Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back to episode number 17 of our live Fantasy Drafts franchise mode series on NHL 24 with the Arizona Coyotes in our We're Not Leaving franchise mode series. Welcome to the year number 6 postseason. After a third consecutive 50-plus win season, we are back with a 53-22-7 record here in the 2029 playoffs, trying to win a Stanley Cup. It will be our second in 6 years. Since winning the Cup 3 years ago, we've been 8-8 in 2 postseason berths. It's been a little bit ugly, but we're hoping for much more here for the year number 6 postseason. So if you're watching after you've already gone live, you can hop ahead to that 5-minute mark, and that is when we will get started. Jens McKenzie, welcome to the stream. Thank you, everyone, for making it out on this lovely Tuesday evening. I know there's been a lot of inclement weather out there around lots of North America, up in the east, the northeast as well. So I hope that you've all been keeping well, staying safe, shoveling hard, working hard, and drinking a lot of hot chocolate. Moving into this postseason with another 50-plus win season. Hey, Landon, welcome to the stream. We've been an incredibly successful team since we came back, since we had the initial taking over of the Arizona Coyotes. But sadly, we're dealing with an injury here to Austin Matthews. Thankfully, not for too much longer. But we're dealing with an injury to Austin Matthews, who did have a bit of a down year. And we are dealing with a track record of not being able to get it done in the postseason. 8-8 over the last 2 years, losing in Game 6 of Round 1 2 years ago, and Game 6 of Round 2 last year. Last year being to St. Louis, and they went on to be the eventual Stanley Cup champions. So there you go. So we'll get started at the 5-minute mark. If you're just joining us now, welcome everybody. At that 5-minute mark, that's when we'll get started. Start letting everybody get in here. We'll recap the moves that were in the offseason, and we're going to try and get Johnny Gaudreau that Stanley Cup at a 75 overall at 35 years of age, AHL top 6 potential. It is possible that he could retire after this season. I know he's only 35. I say only because you see players go to 38, 39, 40. But it's really the overall and the potential that do it usually. And at a 75 with AHL top 6 potential, even if we don't win it, it's not the end of the world, but we really want to try our best to get that one last shot at a cup for Johnny Hockey. So that'll be our goal, the main goal, I would say, in this postseason push. There we go. Go Yotes. Welcome, Hobbsy. So we're going to have Coyotes tonight. We're going to have an NHL 25 career sim tomorrow. Expos the next day on Thursday. And then on Friday or Saturday, we'll have a return of our NHL 07 Dynasty Mode series. So a lot of content coming your way today, tomorrow, the day after, and either the day after that or one more day after that. So 4 videos in the next 4 days, or 4 over the next 5 days. But definitely 4 pieces of content coming your way in the very near future to be excited about. Eloi, bienvenue. Welcome to the stream, my friend. A lot to be excited about. Let me just do my last little things here on the YouTube side of things. And then we'll be ready momentarily. That brings us to the 3-minute mark. We're just a little bit under a minute and a half to go. A little bit over a minute and a half to go. Share that on Twitter. Yeah, hype for the Thrashers return. There's been a lot of people asking for it. And honestly, it really came down to time. And now that the time is available, because NHL 25 is ruined for the time being until there's another patch for franchise mode, now that there is time, I can do it. It's really been nothing of me trying to push it off. No, okay, one day we'll get there. It's really just been time. And because now that there is time, I'm going straight to it. It's been like 2 years, but I have not forgotten it. We're going straight to it. So there we go. That's that. Tweet is out and everything. I'll just pull up the comments from the last one. And we'll be ready to go in about 30 seconds or so for hopefully a long postseason. Part of me wants it to be long because I want to win the cup. Another part of me wants to go edit the career sim for tomorrow. But if I gotta stay up late, then I will stay up late. We do what we gotta do. Let me just pull up the last one here. Live. Episode 6, yeah, that was a week ago. Sorry, episode 16. That's what it was for year 6. Awesome. Is that the 5-minute mark yet? No, 25 seconds. Great, and I'm ready to go. Hey, look at me. Here's a little recap of the defense while we wait. I know, it doesn't feel like that long, but I don't know if it's been exactly 2 years, but I believe it might even be a little bit more than 2 years. Could it be that it was like September of 2022? I wonder. Wow. Ridiculous, eh? Ridiculous. But a lot to be excited about, like I just said. 4 pieces of content coming your way over the next 4 or 5 days, including tonight. And there is the 5-minute mark. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. Welcome to episode number 17 of our live fantasy draft series. Was it really September of 2022? There you go. So it's been over 2 years. Well, since our NHL 7 series. Welcome back to our Coyotes franchise mode. This is a weekly series, so it hasn't been 2 years for this one. Through our 6 years with the Coyotes so far, we missed the playoffs in year 1. In year 2, we lose in round 2. Year 3, we win the Stanley Cup. Year 4, we have our first 50-plus win season and lose in round 1. Year 5, last season, we win 58 games but lose in round 2 to the eventual Stanley Cup champions. And now this year, we win 53 games. So it's our third consecutive 50-plus win season. But this year, although it's a fifth consecutive postseason berth, our streak of the Central Division. 3 division titles. Our streak of 3 division titles is over. Our streak of 2 conference titles is over. And our streak of 2 President's Trophies is also over. That being said, it was still a strong season. 27.2% on the power play. Third best in the NHL. Just a very strong division, of course. Very strong conference, I should say. 82.4% on the penalty kill. Despite our 3 consecutive seasons of 53-plus wins, actually, we're 8-8. Over the last 2 postseasons, 8-8 as our record, which is not good enough for a team like ours. So, for all the reasons that I said previously, for wanting to do it for Johnny Hockey, we got to get ourselves a Stanley Cup. The goal of the series was to make the Coyotes into a dynasty. Can we say that with 1 cup and a lot of winning seasons we are? I don't think so. We can say that we've turned things around, absolutely. But to get in that dynastic conversation, 2 cups in 6 years of us taking over, and 2 cups over the last 4 years of simulation would really help to, move that storyline along. So we scored 4.15 goals for per game. We're the highest scoring team in the league. Our goals against at 3.04 was, 7th lowest. Power play was highest, and penalty kill at 82.4 was close to the top, actually. 8, 9, 10th highest. There you go. Looking at the comments from the last one, actually I should probably just pull up the points first. So Wu Mei had a 57-goal season, 95 points from the Japanese phenom. She has only signed on for 1 more year after this one, so that's going to be a scary contract to have to sign. But for now, we're going to take what we can from Wu Mei. Slim Shady had a 92-point season. We started to talk about, okay, will we be moving Slim Shady? When his contract expires, it might be too expensive, and he says, hang on, let me give you a 92-point season to calm yourself. Mikko Rantanen, 88 points, his first non-100-point season with us. So, still 41 goals and 88 points. Wyatt Johnston exploded this year, 19 minutes of ice time per night, not even like 25, not like 23 or anything. 87 points from him, 73 and 87 in the 2 years that we've had him now. Really, really pleased with his offensive output. Zach Benson, down year from him comparatively at 85 points after he scored 112 last year. Really, it's the goal scoring of Austin Matthews that hurt team offense overall. Yeah, Gen Z, good point here. Buchnevich should be traded in the offseason, and Seneca should slot up into the top 6. That might have to happen. Buchnevich has been incredibly consistent, but we'll see what kind of storylines are created in this postseason. Buchnevich, 65-point season. It was his 4th full season with the Coyotes. It's been parts of 5 years that he's been here in Arizona now. He's been very, very good, but just we have youth coming up. So Buchnevich, we'll see what happens with him. Austin Matthews now, 27 goals and 74 points from Austin Matthews, who scored 45 last year and 67 goals the year prior. So I have no idea what went wrong here. Shooting percentage down, but also way less shots too. Only 3 less games played. 74 points from Austin Matthews. Very, very unlike him. Kaylor Cahill with 407 shots. Oh my goodness. We picked him up from the St. Louis Blues in the Adam Boqvist trade. He had 28 points and 17 goals in 22 games with the Blues. 41 goals the year prior as a defenseman. 24 power play goals. We acquire him, and he's not, he's still great, but not quite that same pace. 43 points in 60 games. Still good. We don't get him necessarily only for offense, but he scored as many games with us as he did with St. Louis in like 3 times as many games, shooting half as efficiently, which is not good news. And we're playing him even more than the Blues were. So I'm not sure why Kaylor Cahill can't really score as much. But there you go. So Kaylor Cahill, he's a new piece of our organization, another one of the created players in this franchise mode series, and he signed on for 2 more years after this one. Beckett Seneca in his sophomore season scores 50 points. All right. Bowen Byram, 44 and a plus 34. Roberto Coyle, 23 goals and 37 points. Hey, good evening, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. 37 points from the rookie who won all those awards in the AHL last season. He had 18 goals at the halfway point and scored only 5 goals in the next, 37 games after that. So 16 in 41 and then 5 in 37. Yeah, for Roberto Coyle. 15 power play points. A lot of ice time as well, as he's been moved up in the lineup with Matthews currently injured. Hector Chimera's rookie season, 36 points from the two-way forward. Okay, all right, we can live with that. Johnny Gaudreau at the age of 35, down to a 75 overall. He still was able to perform on that fourth line. 31 points from the late Johnny Gaudreau, who we are really pushing to try and win that Stanley Cup for. Simon Nemec, 29 points and -4. Petrovsky, 22 points and a +4. Zachary Tuzolino, 22 points and a +25 from the defenseman. Chris Kreider, who we also acquired as depth from the Blues, he ended up playing 60 games with us. Yeah, it's true. 10 goals and 16 points in 60 games for the veteran Chris Kreider down on that fourth line. The update that bad sent you back to 24? No, it isn't, Walter. We've already been doing this series, but you know what? We'll be doing more 24 and keeping 25 paused until things are fixed. Good to hear from you, Walter. Ryan Johnson, 11 points in 72 games, is a +20. Curtis Douglas as a 13th forward capacity, 11 games, 3 assists. And Liam Bichelle, 7th D, 1 goal, -6 in 14 games as he got pushed out by Ryan Johnson. Oh, I'm glad you've been enjoying it, Walter. Great. For the goaltending, the reigning Vezina Trophy champion Dustin Wolf, 47, 17, and 3 with 3 shutouts, 905 save percentage, and 2.77 goals against. We traded out Scott Ratzlaff to bring in Samuel Ersson as better backup support, as he had crazy numbers in the AHL. Did not translate to the NHL, as in 6 appearances, he has an 858 save percentage and 3.74 goals against average. So, will he stick around next year? Probably not. And Vitek Vanacek, 4 appearances, 1, 2, and 1 shutout, 907. His one win was a shutout. 907 save percentage, 3.21 goals against average. I don't know. We're just really relying on Dustin Wolf. That's all it is. And next season, hopefully, we can have Vyacheslav Voinov as the full-time backup. So, shouldn't be an issue. Ersson and Vanacek both likely gone after this postseason. All right, so there's the season that was, ladies and gentlemen. If we just dive into the comments from the AGMs in the last one, looking at what Steven had to say. I'll just pull up the lines here. So Steven said, "Hi Data, I was glad I was able to join the live stream this time. Steven, being 6 hours ahead, was staying up very late to catch the stream. I'm still wondering what happened to Austin Matthews. If this was real life scenario, we could say maybe he was in the player assistance program or something, but this was not him. I was of course joking about stripping him from captaincy, but the question is, are we okay with Austin Matthews performing like that for a short amount of time if the team around him performs?" Steven says, "I would say yes. If we win the cup, I wouldn't mind. I had a few players who had down seasons and they came back in normal productions, blah, blah, blah. But if he wants to continue down this path, that might be a longer-term issue. Playing Wu Mei and Mikko Rantanen as finishers on the power play can affect Austin Matthews' goal scoring, but it shouldn't be affecting his 5-on-5 scoring. So I don't know, but I was even thinking about moving him somewhere else if these issues continue. So we'll keep that in mind. Definitely not my first choice to move the pillar of this franchise, but if he's going to be a consistent 70-point scorer at that price tag and everything, then we would think about it. Hopefully, it was just a down year. We're all right now, says Steven, in the center position because we have upcoming guys like Coyle and Manlow and even a convincing performance from Wyatt Johnston. All that says to me that we would be all right even if Matthews were to leave. Hopefully, we're not there yet, but after this next season or in 2 years from now with him aging, that would certainly be an option. Right now, we should try to help him get back to normal, and I hope that he performs in the playoffs. More thoughts about Coyle, who I just mentioned. Only 5 goals in the second half. Very odd. Simon Nemec was a +6, then a +11, then suddenly a -4 after the last 23 games of the season. So in the last... Nemec ended the season as a -4, but at one point he was a +11. So a bit odd there. Also, Cahill went -11 in that stretch as well. So the question is, are those two a good fit together? Cahill and Nemec seem to not really be doing well. As Cahill ended the year as a +1, but he was a +12, I believe. In the meanwhile, Simon Nemec was a plus 11, I think, and he went down to -4. So that second pair might have to see some tweaks. Maybe Cahill comes up with Shady and it really brings the offense out. I don't know, but we'll make the appropriate changes that are needed as time goes on. Steven says, strange production split on the third line could have something to do with all of them not being experienced enough, but Seneca could probably be playing on the second line if we need to change something, but not with Wume because both are not very good defensively, at least in their plus-minus. What else we got there? Of course, Voinov would be called up if we need, maybe even this postseason, and that would be about it. We are not leaving. Go Data, go Yotes. Thank you, Stephen, for all those thoughts. Very well said, and I agree with you, and I look forward to seeing what develops from this postseason into the offseason that would be to come as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, Austin Matthews, his current injury will have him out until, today is April 17th, he's out until, is it 20-something? Yeah, April 23rd. So he'll miss the first maybe 2-3 games of the series. I would think probably just the first couple games. Wyatt Johnston will play as first-line center. Roberto Coyle will play as second-line center. Right, because Zach Benson, could Benson go for center, actually? Benson, no, 76 face-offs. Yeah, no one else really stands out center-wise, unless Mikko Rantanen were to go center if we needed him to. But things went well enough down the stretch offensively that I'm okay with giving Game 1 to really elevating Roberto Coyle. Third line, Seneca, Petrovsky, Chimera, and fourth line, Kreider, Douglas, Johnny Gaudreau. I'm okay with starting the postseason with the way we ended the season lines-wise, but shuffles will come very quickly if offense continues to dry up. All right? Let me just make sure that... turn on both for the injury return warning in the playoffs. We'll keep a tab on it game by game. No need, because we'll always be keeping a tab on it game by game. And then for the goalies, just make sure, Dustin Wolf starting with Vanacek, backing him up. Okay, so round 1, ladies and gentlemen, in this year number 6 postseason, will be up against the Minnesota Wild. It's the first time that we play them in the postseason. Minnesota, let's review their lines. We got a quick little peek at them to end off last episode. But the Minnesota Wild look like this. Let's see. So, Jake DeBrusk, Trevor Zegras, and Troy Terry up in that top line as Trevor Zegras sits there as a 90 overall. Zegras this season, what did he do? 89 points from Zegras. Whew. So, DeBrusk, Zegras, and Terry on the first line. Alexander Ovechkin, who the Wild acquired at the deadline at 43 years of age, who scored 14 goals and 24 points in 19 games. Oh my goodness. Alex Ovechkin on the second line with Morgan Frost at an 88 and Bobby Brink at an 86. Wow, elite forward core. Third line, Mantha, Domi, and Zadina. 83, 85, 84 here. Zadina, Domi, Mantha. And fourth line, Zach Hyman, Liam Ogeron, and Logan O'Connor. So definitely, as Gen Z said there, an elite forward core. On defense, it's a little weaker, but they do have, it's odd, they have 3 88 overalls and 3 guys who are 78 or 79. So the first pair of Werenski and Seider, absolutely incredible. Cannot take anything away from them. So Seider and what's his name? I'm about to say Wisniewski and Werenski in the top pair. Korchinski and Alexiak on the second pair. Korchinski as a more offensive defenseman. 47 points from him. Yeah, of course. And on the third pair, Caleb Jones with Cal Foote. As between the pipes, it is a 92 overall Andrei Vasilevsky. But hopefully, as I said last episode, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. What's his postseason record with the Wild? 2025, crazy numbers. 2026, bad numbers. 2028, so-so numbers. So hopefully we get the so-so or bad Andrei Vasilevsky, who's a 92 overall, backed up by our nemesis, Elvis Merzlikins. Yeah, what a team indeed. Strong team for the Minnesota Wild. Very strong team. What else? The first line output do we have here? Troy Terry, 45 goals and 89 points. Whoa, 45 goals from Troy Terry and 60 points from Jake DeBrusk. Wow, so we're going to have to shut these guys down. We're going to have to really play well. Mini's record, they went 45, 29, and 8. So you wouldn't think, but there they are. Okay, so let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. I already set the table well enough. I think I've told you everything that you need to know about this postseason, the stakes that are involved as well. We are going to have Maximus Manlow coming in the team next season as well. We could sign him out of college maybe to play him in the playoffs if we really needed somebody. Maximus Manlow now at an 81 overall. What did he do this year? 77 points in 57 games. That's actually a down year compared to what he did to the team previously. How does a team like that win 45 games? Your guess is as good as mine. So let's do it. Game 1, round 1, year 6, going for our second Stanley Cup in our 5th consecutive postseason berth here back with the Arizona Coyotes. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe as well if you haven't already, to be made aware of all of our uploads, our career sims, our franchise modes. If you're watching, you're enjoying the content, we'd love to have you join the team. It's free for you. You'll be notified. Hit that bell. You'll just be able to be a better part, more involved in the community without having to check on the channel or whatever. You'll be brought right to your door in the YouTube app. First period, and it's 3-1 Coyotes early. That's exactly what we want to see to start off this postseason. Wu Mei scores twice in 5 seconds. Wu Mei, who scored, 17 goals? Was it 17 and 14 last postseason? Wu Mei starts it off early. Eloi saying, for Gaudreau, the cup must come. Yes! Wu Mei scores twice in 5 seconds. I don't know how. Hector Chimera scores his first career postseason goal. Then Jake DeBrusk gets one for the Wild late in the first. 3-1 after 20. Second period, and it's now 7-1! Johnny Gaudreau says, I will not go gentle. Wyatt Johnston, 15 seconds later, gets another for the Coyotes before Slim Shady joins a little more than a minute after that. And a little bit more than a minute after that, Buchnevich on the power play. 3 goals in less than 2.5 minutes. Sorry, 4 goals in less than 2.5 minutes. 7-1 Coyotes after 40. We're going to take game 1 by a large margin, but the Wild will want to come back. Buchnevich makes it 8-1. We are embarrassing the Wild here, and they will not take that lightly, as now Merzlikins is in. He's been in for a little bit, right? Yes, he has been. 9-1, Wu Mei completes the hat-trick. 10-1, Beckett Seneca! Oh my goodness! How about this for a statement victory? 10-1 Coyotes. Gaudreau will be the captain if we go to the Cup Final, yes. Shots end 44-27. Oh, you're saying while Austin Matthews is gone? Sure. 10-1 Coyotes. Austin who? Austin who? Shady with a goal and 5 assists. 3 goals and an assist for Wu Mei, and 3 assists from Zach Benson. Zach Bello Benson. What in the world? -5 from Frost, Brink, and Ovechkin. Whew! Somehow a 0 from Anthony Mantha. And the goaltending, Vasilevsky allows 6 on 19, and Merzlikins allows 4 on 25. Wow. That was really something. So Wu Mei picking up where she left off last postseason. If we connect the 2 postseasons now, let's see this. Would it be 20 goals in 15 games? Wu Mei... Oh, say it was 14 and 10. 14 goals in 10 games. So that's 17 goals in the last 11 postseason games from Wu Mei. Is that not ridiculous? Even had 4 penalty minutes as well. Wow. Whew. So let's give Gaudreau the C while Matthews is out. No problem with me, since we have Morale off. Don't need to worry about any of that junk. Matthews stripped. Gaudreau given the C. Maybe he'll keep it. I don't know. But for now, let's keep Johnny Hockey rolling along. Game 2, the Coyotes are going to want to... Sorry, the Wild are going to want to really show up in Game 2 after that embarrassment in Game 1. We still have home ice advantage. We still have all of the horses that are chomping at the bit. Let's go ahead and roll straight into Game 2. First period, 2-1 Coyotes. Wu Mei on the power play. Zadina ties it, and then Chris Kreider, his first goal of this postseason. First postseason goal as a Coyote. He'd love one more cup. Actually, probably his first cup. Second period, Werenski ties it up quickly, 14 seconds into the period, and the second period ends 4-2 Coyotes. Johnny Gaudreau, the captain for the time being. Power play goal from Johnny Gaudreau. And Petrovsky adds 1 as well. That was first, or did he score 1 last game? I forget. Either way, it was, I believe, his first, this game or last game, first career postseason goal. Shots are 22-19 for the Wild, and we are leading 4-2. Power play Coyotes to start this third period, killed off by Mini. 5 minutes in with a 2-goal lead. Can we add to it, or will 4 be enough? Sorry if you got asked this already, but what are your thoughts shortly on the Georgiev trade? Juice, welcome to the stream. Hector Chimera adds another one. No, I didn't give my thoughts. It happened while I was at work, so I couldn't do a live breakdown or anything. I think that the Avs paid a little bit too much for Mackenzie Blackwood. I'm a big Mackenzie Blackwood truther. I think he'll do great. But Georgiev and Kovalenko and picks to take back, what? Blackwood, Giovanni, and was there a late pick as well? I think it was a little bit much. Like, Georgiev basically gets sacrificed, as he'll end up being, at best, sharing the crease on a losing team, where he had the crease on a winning team. But although he hasn't been great, he's shown himself to be able to perform in the big moments at times. Definitely not all the time, Forgiev, right? Definitely not all the time. But he's had that opportunity. He's seen the playoffs. He's played with very good players in front of him. Put him on a worse team, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it. So it's not going to be good for him. It's not great for the Sharks, but it's a good acquisition as at least a gamble on him. Kovalenko is going to get a chance to show what he showed in the KHL with more breathing room in San Jose. And you know what? The Avalanche, despite giving up a lot, do get a good piece back in Blackwood, who can hopefully be their starter moving into what they would hope to be a deep postseason run ahead, as they continue to wait on who's really in their system. Nabokov, who's still overseas. So Blackwood's going to get a great opportunity. He'll get a really good chance. And the Sharks get to take back kind of free value for a guy who they got for, a 5th-round pick, and was going to have to walk in free agency. So it was a great trade for the Sharks. Wedgwood has been great too. So Wedgwood is not going to just be pushed to the side. It's a great trade for the Sharks. I'm just not so sure if Georgiev will be able to maintain the best that he's done. I know he was kind of hot and cold, but anyways. Sorry for a little deviation there. 3 stars in this one. Sorry, so Goudreau goal and assist, Petrovsky goal and assist, Chimera goal and an assist. Sorry to deviate too much there. Those are my quick thoughts without having a chance to look at the numbers, really. So a 5-2 victory against the Wild in Game 2. We now head to XL Energy Center, having outscored the Wild 15-3 in the last 2 games. Let's keep it rolling, and let's not stop for a second. I don't know if Austin Matthews is going to return to this lineup even. But I'm more than happy to see Georgiev. Yeah, I don't think it's bad to trade Georgiev. I just think that Georgiev, with salary retention, with Kovalenko, with picks, for a bit of a gamble-ish on Mackenzie Blackwood. Like, it could go very right, but it could also just be a so-so deal in Mackenzie Blackwood, and he ends up not being much. So if you ended up just dumping Georgiev and Kovalenko and picks for nothing, then that would hurt. But if Blackwood can resign, and play a couple seasons with the Avalanche, that would go a long way. 2 goals on 3 shots for the Wild to start this game. That's not great. It was it was a large package for a dump of a 1-year contract. Yeah, I hear you. But we can break that down another time. Okay, first period ends as we trail 2 goals to none. Here with the home ice advantage for the Wild. They want to put on a show in front of their fans. They got embarrassed, outscored 15-3, and they are leading 2-0 after 20. Second period now, 4-1. We get 1 back, but after Korchinski got 2. Korchinski scores twice, make it 4-0, and then Zach Benson gets us back in it. We're down by 3, outshooting Mini 26-17. We got to score 3. We've done it before. We got to score 3 in this period, but then make it 4 now as Caleb Jones adds 1 more. All right, the Wild will get 1. The Wild will get 1 here. The Avs are in a position to win, so they can't afford to lose because of Georgiev. I think that's why they overpaid a bit. Yeah, that makes sense too. All right, let's call it. So after 10-1 wins and 5-2 wins or whatever, we now get the shellacking as we lose 6-1. 6-1, outshooting the Wild 33-27. Yikes. Vasilevsky shows up, Ovechkin shows up, Korchinski shows up. They were due. We got to give it to them. Now, Austin Matthews will be back. I know I said we were going to keep an eye on him and play him when he was playable, but we were winning so well that I said forget it. So now he's fully healed. Do we want to put him back in this lineup? I think it's hard not to, but I'm not sure if he goes back to first-line center right away. Let me see this. So Buchnevich, 3 points, -1. Johnson, a goal and an assist. Rantanen, 1 assist, no goals in 3 games. You're killing me, Mikko. And last year, what did Rantanen do last year? 3 goals in 10 games. So that's 3 goals in his last 13 playoff games now, after scoring over 100 goals the last 2 seasons. Or was it 98 goals? Yeah. Second line, Benson, 4 points +4. Coyle, 2 assists +3. May, 4 goals, 5 points +5. Seneca, Petrovsky, Chimera, Goudreau, Douglas, Kreider. Okay. So Matthews will replace Douglas on the 4th line. We'll bump Petrovsky back down. Do we keep Coyle with May, as that seems to be doing something? Or does Matthews come back to the 2nd line? I don't know. Ume might need to have that scoring space to breathe. If anything, it's Mikko Rantanen who was struggling. Johnston. What if Johnston goes... No. What if May... Yeah, Mark just said it. What if May goes first line? Rantanen center the third line with Seneca and Chimera? Would that be crazy? Matthews and Coyle on the wings. Benson, Matthews, Coyle. Bushnevich, Johnson, May? Am I crazy to say this? Seneca, Rantanen, Chimera. Think about that while I just double check the special teams. Actually, Johnson got a little bit of a push. Yeah, so let's get Matthews back here. Oops, not Bichelle. We'll try that. All right. Merci. We'll swap Matthews up there in the 4-man power play. Power play 1's been incredible, so I won't touch it. But power play 2... Rantanen and Coyle should switch on even strength. Okay, so the old first line coming together to get a chance as the new second line. But I don't know, this third line didn't seem to do well to end off the season. I want to give it one game like this. Just literally a one-game experiment, and I want to see what happens. Just a one-game experiment. So Matthews will center the second unit. Coyle will, yeah, he'll come off. Matthews will go here. 4-man power play I just did. Penalty kill. Rantanen, I don't think was centering the first one. So Rantanen will come off for Matthews. And then he can, yeah, Coyle be here. He's okay. We'll put Rantanen and Bushnevich as the third unit. Do that. 4-on-4 is pretty rare anyways. Just make sure that's like that. Okay, so we lose game 3 in Minnesota. Austin Matthews is back. Do we keep the C on Johnny Gaudreau? Who knows if we forget? It's not a big deal. It's not a, you know, he's wearing the C for the last postseason run, and we'll say that Matthews has an A. Let's give him even an A. I said we'll wait for the Stanley Cup Final, but things have been going well. So for the time being, Rantanen will lose his A, just for now. Really, they'd all have A's, and Matthews will wear an A until he gets his C back. Just out of respect, he's ceding it to Johnny Gaudreau. Okay, Matthews back in the lineup. Let's get the offense back rolling after scoring just 1 goal in that away loss in Game 3. Game 4 here in Minnesota. Let's see how those lines do and see if we can take a 3-1 lead. I don't want to have a 2-2 series. Come on now. First period, and it's 1-0 Coyotes. Kaylor Cahill, welcome to the party. First postseason goal as a Coyote. Second period, and it's 2-2. DeBrusk on the power play to tie it. Kreider with his second goal to put us back ahead. And then O'Connor ties it at 2 with 4:54 left in the period. Shots are 20-18 in our favor, but this game is tied at 2, and Bobby Brink makes it 3-2 mini. And by now, Mikko Rantanen ties it right back up, 3-3. Thank you, with 14 minutes to go. Still a lot of hockey left to be played. Big power play goal right there. Power play mini now. Big kill. With 8 minutes left, the next one might be the winner. 5 minutes to go with a 3-3 hockey game in Minnesota. Game 4 of round 1. Roberto Coyle! And let's go! Coyotes win it! Woo! Roberto Coyle on that second line. Yes, I wanted to try it and it paid off. Roberto Coyle scores the game-winning goal from a short angle. Rantanen adds an empty netter, and the Coyotes win 5-3. Shots end 34-27, and we get a huge victory to go up 3-1. Roberto Clutchel. Forget Coyle. Clutcherdo Coyle. How about that? Oh, Rantanen 2 goals. Cahill goal and assist. Ovi 2 assists. And we win 5-3 to take a 3-1 series lead and the opportunity to end it back at home in Game 5 in front of the home fans at Mullet Arena. Let's keep on rolling. No need to stop for a moment. Let's do it. Game 5, First period, hold on, power play, and it's a quick power play goal from Beckett Seneca. Thank you very much. But then Korchinski ties it right back up. All right, Wu and Zegras again. 2 goals on 3 shots for the second time. 2-2 Wu. 4 goals scored in the first 5 minutes. 3-2. 5 goals in the first 6.5 minutes. Let's end the period. 3-2. Okay. Whew. Seneca, then Korchinski, Zegras, then Cahill power play, and Byram even strength. 3-2 Coyotes. Shots tied at 12. Here in Game 5 of Round 1 to push our way through to the second round to do so in consecutive years as well. Second period, 4-4. Wu Mei makes it 4-2, but then Ogren and Ovechkin tie it up. Wu Mei, welcome back. Goal up there on the first line. Shots are 28-25 through 40, but this game is tied at 4. Winner of this period has, well, if we win this period, we win the series. If the Wild can win this period, they get to have home ice advantage in Game 6 and a chance to push it to 7. Let's end it here. Thank you, Hector Chimera, having a crazy rookie postseason. Power play mini now, killed off by the Coyotes. Halfway through the third period with the 5-4 lead, can we get one more to seal it? Chimera has the go-ahead goal with 5 minutes left. 3, 2, final minute, 15 seconds! Slim Shady adds the empty netter, and ladies and gentlemen, your Arizona Coyotes are through to round number 2. With a 6-4 victory in Game 5, the game-winning goal goes to Hector Chimera. The rookie's getting it done. Coyle, the game winner in Game 4. Chimera, the game winner in Game 5. Seneca in goal and 2 assists. Rantanen 3 assists. Shady a goal and an assist as the Coyotes win 6-4 to push their way through. Oh no, a hamstring. Okay. Thankfully, Dustin Wolf is only out till May 2nd with an injured hamstring. So he should be back by the start of the next round. Okay, let me just put this in the spreadsheet. So that is 1, 2, 3, the 4th time in 6 years, and the 4th time in our 6 years with the Coyotes, and the 4th time in our 5 playoff berths that we make it to at least the second round. So through our 5 playoff berths in this franchise mode series, we've made it to round 2 or further now 4 out of 5 times. I think that's something to be proud of. 5, there we go, put that in my sheet. Very good. Big win right there. Whew, leave a like if you haven't already. Let's get some good luck in here for the boys. And for Wu Mei as well. The ladies out there and all the fans. So Slim Shady scores 9 points in 5 games there in round number 1. Wu Mei, 5 goals and 6 points from her. Rantanen 6. Seneca 6. Well done. Johnny Gaudreau with 5. Bushnevich 5. Benson 5. Byram 5. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 point per game plus players. Hector Chimera scored 3 goals on 6 shots in 5 games. Okay, Hector, I see you. Kaylor Cahill had 3. Johnson 3, so does he continue as our first-line center? I don't know. Petrovsky 3. Coyle had 3, 1 goal being the game winner. Nemec 3 and a +3. Kreider 2 goals. Austin Matthews 2 games, 2 assists, -1 with just 3 shots on net. Douglas had an assist in 3 games. Zelino an assist. Johnson, no points, -2. And Dustin Wolf, 4-1 with an 888 save percentage and 3.23 goals against average. Not ideal. Vitek Vanacek just had to play the last 2 minutes of Game 5 as Wolf could not finish with the injured hamstring. Okay. So let's keep on simulating forward and see who our opponent in round number 2 will be. As the season starts to wrap up there down in the AHL. Actually, no, we're in the playoffs. Very good. We finished 46, 18, and 8, and we're in the playoffs with a 3-0 series lead. Where is it? 2-1 series lead. Oh, there's an overtime loss there. I didn't see that. All right, let's keep on rolling. Dustin Wolf hopefully going to be healthy for Game 1. All right, the round is over, and in round number 2, we will be facing the St. Louis Blues again! No! Oh, not only are we facing the Blues again in round 2, but we're facing a very good Blues team in round 2. In last season, us and the Blues, we were teams 1 and 2 in the standings. And now this year, we are teams 1 and 3 in the standings, once again meeting in round 2. You can't get any worse luck than that. Oh, my goodness. Facing the President's Trophy winners in round 2. Cahill versus Boakfist, of course. The 58, 16, and 8 St. Louis Blues. In the AHL, we're through. That's good. Oh, no. That is not good. Is Dustin Wolf healthy? Yes, he is. Very good. At least Dustin Wolf is back. Oh, that is not good. Oops, no. There we go. Gotta love the NHL playoff format. Yup. Oh, boy. The St. Louis Blues. What did they do? In round 1, the Blues beat the Blackhawks in 5. So we faced the Blues only that one time, right? Let me check my book. Yeah, just one time. Last season, losing in 6. So we're facing the reigning President's Trophy winners, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, good evening, Gavin, and the team that eliminated us in 6 games last year in round 2. And here we are to face them again in the second round, 1 year later. How lovely is that? Let's check out the lines here for the Blues. Who do they have now a year later? We have Cahill, they have Boqvist. Who else do they have? Gavin McKenna, William Eklund, and Jordan Dumais. Of course, we trade Dumais and Boqvist to St. Louis, and now here we are. If we can beat the... Sorry, Gen Z says if we can beat the Wild in 5, we can beat the Blues. I know, but still. Jordan Dumais leaves Arizona and scores 60 points with the Blues. Of course he does. But much more ice time, so it makes sense. You know what? For 20 minutes a night, 60 points for a first liner, not that great. But anyways, McKenna, Eklund, and Dumais on the first line. Velarde, Cousins, and Brady Tkachuk on the second. Farrell, Stevenson, and Zetterlund on the third. Marchessault, Bork, and Heinen on the fourth. Great forward depth for the Blues. On defense, it's Vince Dunn and Adam Fox. On the second pair, it's Adam Boqvist and Bob Cobb. And on the third pair, it's Zach Jones and Eric Brandstrom. Boqvist, 3 points in 5 games in the postseason and had a 35-point, 55-game campaign with the Blues. Of course, after 7 points, -9 with us. 35 points plus in 55 games. Wow. And between the pipes for the Blues, it is still Carter Hart. The criminal's still there, of course, backed up by Prosvetov. Wenberg, Newhook, and Tyler Madden. Of course, Tyler Madden as the healthy scratches. So Madden, Dumais, and Boqvist, all the former Coyotes. For us, we have the former Blue and Kaylor Cahill. But still. Oh boy, yeah. It's the third time I say it. I'm going to say it maybe a few times in the playoff episode. If you haven't already, please leave that like for some good luck. Get in some well wishes. And here we go. Just like that. Game 1, round 2, year 6, facing the Blues, who finished 9-1 to end off the season and finished the Blackhawks in 5. So they are really 13-2 in their last 15 games. Oh boy, let's definitely bring our A game. We can do it. We saw them last year. Take that fire from last postseason and put everything you have into this series. Let's get to that conference final. Don't let them embarrass you. Don't let them... The first shot. What did I say? Let me pause. Let me go down to the bench. Do not let this team embarrass you. We outscored the Wild like crazy. We were the better team. We, as the better team, advanced to the next round, and we're going to be the better team again this series. We are going to be the better team. Buchnevich's former team, yes, just not in, hasn't been with them in a long time in the fantasy draft. So get that through your head and show it on the ice. Here we go. First period ends 1-1. Thank you, Roberto Coyle, to tie it up. He heard me on the bench. Shots 12-10 in our favor after 20, and it's a tie game. Second period, 2-2, as Beckett Seneca puts us ahead, but then William Eklund late ties it. Shots now 25-24 for St. Louis, and we have a tie game headed into the third period. Every game, every period counts. We got to win this period. Top 6 scoring, I'm looking at you. Austin Matthews, Wu Mei, Wyatt Johnston, go out there and win this game for us. Let's go. Third period action in St. Louis. Power play Blues. We kill that off. Well done. Power play Blues again. Oh, Gavin McKenna. Power play goal. Power play Coyotes. Killed off by the Blues. Of course. Thank you, Wu Mei. Yes. Woo! Wu Mei. Final 5 minutes. No! Adam Boqvist. Boqvist, the former Coyote, of course, gets the game-winning goal. Oh, EA, I hate you. Who got this penalty here? Yeah, 3 consecutive minor penalties. Thanks for nothing. Nemec, Byerman, Cahill. 3 defensemen. Thanks for nothing. Of course, Boqvist scores the game winner as we outshoot them 38-37. Very close. And lose 4-3. How ridiculous. How ridiculous. All right, time to make changes in the top 6. Through 6 games, I've seen enough for players who have 1 goal or 1 or 2 points or whatever. I've seen enough here. Okay, here we go. Buchnevich, 6 points, 6 games, granted. Johnson, 1 goal in 6 games, denied. Wume, 6 goals, 6 games, granted. Benson, 6.6 games, granted. Matthews, 2 assists, 3 games, -4. You're a bum. I'll give you first line minutes. This is your last chance to show me something. Let's go good old Benson, Matthews, May, first line. So, Bushnevich, Johnston, Coyle on the second? I don't know. Coyle... Rantanen now up to 7 points. He loves the third line, I guess. Should I keep Rantanen third line? It seems as though the scoring is working here. So, if the top 6 struggles again, then I'll bring some third liners up to the top 6. But let's keep it like that. And then the fourth line is fine. Defense, Byram 5 points plus 3. Shady 9 points plus 7. Cahill 2 goals, 3 points plus 2. Nemec 3 assists plus 4. Tuzlino 1 assist plus 2. Johnson no points, -3. What? Alright, let's bring in Leon Bichelle, who has some postseason experience, which is good. Bichelle's been a machine in the past. Yeah. Ish. So let's give Leon Bichelle and his... And he won a cup with us, didn't he? Did he won... Didn't we win the cup in 2027? No, 2026. So no, he was in the AHL that year. But he has some postseason experience. So Leon Bichelle, you'll get the third pair of minutes. And Dustin Wolf with your 889 save percentage. Wake up, Dustin. Let's go. Awaken the wolf inside. All right? Tough 1-goal loss. Shake it off. Let's get some offense going in the top 6. And this is a beatable team when we're playing at our best. Let's go, boys! And Wume, of course. Let's go. Game 2, round 2. Let's get back in this series and make it a best of 5. First period, and it's 2-1 Coyotes. Thank you very much, with 2 power play goals. Beckett Seneca and Slim Shady score on the power play as we allow an even strength goal against former Coyote Jordan Zume. Second period, 3-1 Wume, 7th goal in 7 games. Thank you, Woo. All right, 3-1 Coyotes, shots 25-23, an even strength first line goal. That's what I want to see. 2-goal lead here in the third period. Don't you dare squander. Thank you. Austin Matthews, you're alive? Really? Thanks for showing up. Power play Blues killed off. Power play Coyotes. Maverick Bork scores as our power play expires. We have a 2-goal lead with 8 minutes left now. Austin Matthews giving us that 4th goal of this game. Shots are pretty even. Dustin Wolf is finally showing up a little bit better. And that'll be a Game 2 victory as Wyatt Johnson adds the empty net goal. Thank you very much. 5-2 Coyotes win, and this series is tied at 1. Matthews a goal and 2 assists. Dustin Wolf finally wakes up with a 32 save performance. And Pavel Bushnevich registers 3 assists. Okay, all right. 1-1 series. And it'll be a best of 5 here against the Blues. Could it be another series of winner wins the cup? We'll find out. Back at home now. Home ice advantage for us at Mullet Arena for Game 3 against the Blues after a big win. Let's keep that momentum and let's keep that top 6 scoring rolling. First period, and it's 2-1 Coyotes. Yes! Wume and Roberto Coyle make it 2-0 before Stevenson makes it a 1-goal game. Second period now, and it's 4-1 Coyotes! Wyatt Johnson and Slim Shady. Yes, those line changes meant something. Finally! Shots are 20-18 for the Blues, but we lead by 3 here in the third period. Make it lead by 4 as Wume scores, what, her 8th goal in 8 games? Power play Coyotes, that's killed off. 5 past Carter Hart, finally. Power play Blues, no, power play Coyotes were killed off. Then power play Coyotes again, okay. What's going on? On, off. 5 on 3 went nowhere. We lost a bunch of power play opportunities, but it's okay. We had a 4-goal cushion. Make it 5 as Bowen Byram adds 1 for good measure. And the Coyotes win 6-1. Shots being 38-27. As after losing Game 1, we now take Games 2 and 3 to have a 2-1 series lead. A goal and 2 assists for Byram and Shady. 2 goals from Wume. And we lead this series by 1 game. All right, home ice advantage was very helpful. 13 points in 8 games from Slim Shady, one of the 25 created players in this franchise mode series. We have a few of them, Slim Shady included. All right, so here we go for Game 4. Over in the other series, the Kraken are up 3-0 over the Sharks. Ooh, if we face the Kraken, imagine that if we could make it through. Data, Desora, Pittis, there's a bunch of created players there in Seattle. Oh my goodness. All right, but we can't count those chickens just yet. Game 4, round 2. I love these line changes. Let's keep those combos rolling, all right? Here we go for Game 4 in Arizona. First period, and it's 3-1 Coyotes. Kaylor Cahill against his old team, and Austin Matthews with a multi-goal period. Finally, where have you been? Gavin McKenna scores 1 for us. We outshoot the Blues 20-7. Wow, 20 shots in 1 period. 2-goal lead for us. Second period, make it 4-2, goal apiece. It's Johnny Gaudreau with the C on his chest. Man, we got to do it for Johnny. And then Brady Tkachuk scores one on the power play. Shots 24-15 in our favor, and we hold a 2-goal lead in this third period. Can we go up 3-1 and win both these games at home? Pavel Buchnevich puts us up by 3 to really help our effort. 3-goal lead halfway through the third. Will that be enough with 8 minutes left? I think it will be. Power play to seal it. There you go. Mikko Rantanen, even strength goal though. And we will win a third consecutive game against the 58-win St. Louis Blues. The reigning Cup champions, the reigning President's Trophy winners. We beat them 3 games in a row. But let's not let them now beat us 3 games in a row. We're up 3-1, but the job is not done yet. Matthews scores twice, made 2 assists, and Rantanen a goal and an assist finally. The lines are finally clicking, ladies and gentlemen. Outscoring the Blues, 12-17-5 the last 3 games. The Blues back at Enterprise Center will not let that go unnoticed. They will most certainly show up in this game. We need to be at our best to not let them back in for a moment. Please, if you have any passion within yourself, end this off now. Don't let them the chance to get their little toe in the door. At Enterprise Center for Game 5 of Round 2 to end it against the Blues. What a series this has been. Let's keep it rolling. First period action, and it's 1-0 Coyotes. Kaylor Cahill gets one past his old team once more. 1-0 after 20. Second period now, and it's 1-1. Marc Chasseau, I believe that's his first of the series, tying it up. Shots are 22-20 for the Blues, and it's a 1-1 game in the third and final period. Brady Tkachuk put the Blues up. And then, hold on, Mikko Rantanen with a shorthanded goal. Power play Blues still. Now that killed off. Power play Blues again. Killed off once more. Halfway through the third. This game's tied. Power play Coyotes to get a game going ahead. Potential game-winning goal. Nothing there. Final 5 minutes. Do we have a winner late? A hero with 90 seconds to go. 30 seconds. No, we are off to overtime. Shots end 36-29. As I take a sip of water, do we want to see overtime or do we sim? Do we want to see overtime or do we sim? As I take a little sip of water here. Gen Z says no, which I'm totally fine with not doing. I just want to do whatever all of you want to do. Landon says yes. We are 12 in here, so let's get a couple more thoughts. I don't need all 12, maybe 3 or 4. 1 yes, 1 no. Shots 36-29 for the Blues through regulation. Next game says Eloi. No problems. I mean, I'll take that as a no. Mark says yes. We have a tiebreaker. Anybody out there for a tiebreaker? It's a bit painful. It could be a bit lengthy. But sometimes it could be fun. Although it's usually not. Gavin says no. All right, we continue then. Here we go. Overtime action. A goal for us. Pushes us through. And there it is! Mikko Rantanen! Thank you, Swift Panda, as well. As the Blues are eliminated in 5 games in round 2. Mikko Rantanen. 3-2 Coyotes win it in Game 5. After losing Game 1, it's the gentleman's sweep. Non-elimination game for us or a cup clincher, so no need, says Hobbsy. Perfect. Sad face from Landon, but then happy face. Great, that worked out well. Oh, what a series. After losing Game 1, we win 4 in a row. 2 goals from Rantanen, 36 saves from Dustin Wolf, a goal and assist from Kaylor Cahill. Whew, I was scared. But we come through. Wu Mei, 9 goals, 13 points in 10 games. I was scared, I will admit. Let me go ahead and put this in right here. So that is going to be a win against the Blues in 5. They beat us in 6 last years. Yeah, St. Louis fans are going to be ranting after this one. The reigning Cup champions, the President's Trophy winners. They win Game 1, but then we have the fire within us. We win 4 in a row. They lose 4 in a row. That's crazy. So now this will be just our second Western Conference final through this entire franchise mode series so far. So through our 6 years and 5 playoff berths, this is just our second Western Conference final. The only other time we made it was against Vegas 3 years ago. We beat them in 6 and then went on to win the Stanley Cup against the Islanders in 7. Wow, wow, wow. Let's look at the numbers after this one. We really came together, and you know what? I gotta give myself a little bit of a pat on the back for the line combinations. I'm glad that all of that worked well. Wu Mei, 9 goals and 13 points as a plus 14. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow, Slim Shady, 13 points and a plus 12. He can't wait for his big extension. Mikko Rantanen finally woke up. That third-line center position seems to be working great for him. 12 points and a plus 6 from Rantanen. Bushnevich says, I don't want to leave this team yet. 12 points and a plus 6 in 12 games. Beckett Seneca, the rookie, not the rookie, the sophomore, 10 points in 10 games. And Zach Benson, 10 and 10 as well. So that is 3 6-point-per-game-plus players. Kaylor Cahill has 4 goals and 9 points as a plus 9. Austin Matthews finally woke up. 9 points in 7 games. Good. Bowen Byram has 9 and 10 with a plus 8. Johnston, okay, I'll take 8 and 10 from the second-line center. No problem. Johnny Gaudreau, 6 points in 10 games. We gotta do it for Johnny, come on! Roberto Coyle, 6 points in 10 games. Hector Chimera, 3 goals. Very quiet second round, but still a solid plus-minus. Nothing wrong with Hector Chimera. Petrovsky, 4. Nemec, 4 points plus 10. Kreider, 3 points plus 3. Douglas, nothing. Bichelle, since he came in to replace Johnson, 6 games, no points, negative 3. Bichelle, 4 games, 1 assist, plus 1. And Tuzlino, 1 assist as a plus 2. And Dustin Wolf turned it around as well. 8 and 2 now with a 912 save percentage and 2.71 goals against average. Whew. Okay. Yeah, crazy depth scoring. Finally. Finally. Just, it's not always there, right? But great to see. Okay, so in round 3, did the Kraken win their series? No, so after being up 3 games to none, they're now up 3 games to 2. Can the Sharks come back and pull off the reverse sweep, or will we face the Kraken in the Western Conference Final? Let's see. And down in the AHL, how are things going? We're going to Game 7? No. Oh, yes, we will be. Right? Is it best of 7 or best of 5? When we're looking. Oh, no, it's a best of 5, so it's a 2-2 series, best of 5. As they're going to that final game. And AHL playoffs are over, and we made it through, and so did the Kraken. All right, so we beat them in 5s, the Golden Knights AHL team. Now we face the Jets AHL team. Kuhlman, 15 points in 9 games. Kuhlman should be in the NHL next year, too. We have so much talent. Manlow and Kuhlman, those are 2 players who should be in the NHL next season, and we just don't have the room for them. So it's sad if we have to move Bushnevich, but at least his value will be the highest it could get. That being said, let's get ready for the Western Conference Final, which will be against the Seattle Kraken. Facing them, they went 45, 30, and 7 on the season. And in the postseason so far, they they swept the Golden Knights and then beat the Sharks in 6. So they had 7 consecutive wins before the Sharks won twice, and then they won Game 6. Gotcha. Data versus data. Here we go. Yeah. So as some of the created players were fantasy drafted, a good number of them went to the Seattle Kraken, who built for the long game, and now here they are in year 6 as a powerhouse, at least on paper. So let's check out this Kraken lineup. Really crazy lineup. In Seattle, first line, Jenna DeSora, who in Star Trek dates Lieutenant Commander Data for an episode. So my fiance, she created this player. It was donated from King Turby, and she created this player. We named it after her, who we call her as the Star Trek character, not her real name, obviously. But Jenna DeSora, my fiance, in my world, and Data's one episode girlfriend in the Star Trek world, is a 93 overall sniper with the 99 slap shot accuracy, 98 wrist shot accuracy, 5-star defense, 5-star almost everything. Jenna DeSora, 4 goals, 8 assists in the playoffs so far, 98 points on the season, 12 points in 10 games, centered by Data Sung, my created player, for winning the Fantasy Hockey Dynasty season. We have a lot of fantasy leagues in the Data 782 Discord server, link in the description. I won the Dynasty Hockey League year 1. I got this created player as a result, and now 92 overall, medium franchise, 14 points in 10 games, coming off a 93-point season. So we're facing the android himself, GM Data versus Data Sung, and first-line right wing is Jaden Pittis. I forget whose created player this was. Was it Doggy's other created one? Yeah, it's just one episode. It's just one episode. And Jaden Pittis, 57 goals in the season, 98 points, 70 goals the year prior, and in the postseason, 10 goals, 15 points in 10 games. On the second line, check this out, Clayton Keller, Matthew Poitras, and Jake Neighbors. Third line, Klim Kostin, Marco Rossi and Owen Beck. And on the fourth line, Parsonen, Glass, and Paul Cotter. So Clayton Keller had a 90 overall, 9 points in 6 games. Matthew Poitras only 5 points as an 88 overall. We were thinking about Poitras as 1 point before we went with Wyatt Johnston. Crazy first line, amazing top 6, I would say. Bottom 6 is good, but not anything like ridiculous, but a good bottom 6. On defense, top pair, Jake Sanderson and Brandon Carlo. Okay, Sanderson, 3 assists plus 6. Second pair, Jake Wallman and JJ Moser. And third pair, Sean Walker with Data782 Hall of Fame. Sorry, Data782 channel favorite, not Hall of Fame nominee, but I think Hall of Fame honorable mention, Artemi Kniazev. Goaltending, another created player, and one of Hobbsy's created players, Diddly D Potatoes. No, sorry. Wait, was it? Or was it Mighty Joe? I forget. Remind me, please. From Ireland, Diddly D Potatoes, 919 save percentage with 2.68 goals against average, backed up by Annanen. Scratches, Perbix, Soderblom, and Adam Yurchek. All right, so yeah, Joe's, gotcha. A very good, you have a Curly Mac McGee. A very good team here in Seattle. Over in the Eastern Conference, the Rangers versus the Devils for the Stanley Cup Final. So Rangers, Devils in the East. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Hobbsy. And Coyotes and Kraken battle the expansions of the last couple decades. Now, it's 2029. Okay. And here we go. So we can't take this for granted. We beat 2 very good teams in round 1 and 2. You would think, okay, smooth sailing now, but no, that top line is probably the best line in hockey in Seattle, and they have a very well-rounded team, good goaltender, solid defense. This will be a hard series, but with our lines being what they are, with momentum being what it has been for us, let's keep it rolling into round 3, our second Western Conference final of this franchise mode so far. 17 episodes, 2 Western Conference finals. Let's get to a second Stanley Cup final. Game 1, round 3 at Mullet Arena. First period, and it's a 2-2 game to start things off in this series. Pittis scores on the power play. Johnson ties it. Wume gives us the lead. Then Marco Rossi ties it for Seattle. A lot of shots in this one. That's true. Rare female versus females. It's May versus Desora. Yes. Good observation. Shots 18-14 for Seattle through 20. Second period, no scoring. Shots now 26-22 for Seattle. 2-2 after 40. Wume puts us ahead. 3-2 Arizona, but then Jaden Pittis. Second for May, second for Pittis. A lot of creative players between the two teams in this series. Shady, Cahill, May, Pittis, Desora, Soong, Potatoes. Mikko Rantanen power play goal puts us back up. It's a power play for the Kraken now. We kill that off. 5 minutes to go. Power play Seattle again. We kill it off again with 2 minutes left. Final push, 15 seconds. We hang on tight. Mikko Rantanen has been the hero a few times now. Shots end 38-36 for the Kraken, but we win game 1 by a score of 4-3. Wume first star with 2 goals. Johnson a goal and an assist. Jaden Pittis with 2 goals. And the Kraken win 4-3. Wow, 11 goals and 15 points from Wume. And we win a big game 1 in Arizona. Now giving us 5 in a row, stretching back the series against the Blues. Let's keep it rolling. No reason to stop. Everything is rolling as we'd like it to be. Game 2 at Mullet Arena before we head on the road to Seattle. Let's get both at home. Let's do it. First period, and it's 1-0 Coyotes. Bushnevich opening up game 2 with a goal. Shots 10-8 after 20. Second period, and it's 2-2 game now. Johnson on the power play to make it a 2-0 lead, but then Wallman and Carlo just like 54 seconds after, 2 defensemen scoring for the Kraken, and it's a 2-2 game after 40, with the shots being 20-18 for Seattle now. Final period to decide things. Power play Coyotes to start the period, and it's Johnny Gaudreau! Johnny Hockey, 3-2 Coyotes. Then a power play goal for Owen Beck to tie it back. Power play Arizona again, this time killed off. Halfway through the third, it's a tie game with 6.5 to go. Next goal, very likely the winner. 3 minutes left. Do we have heroics? Final 30 seconds. We're off to overtime. Shots end 32-30. Off to overtime now. A goal for us puts us up 2-0 headed to Seattle. A goal for the Kraken ties the series at 1 and makes it a best of 5 as they're about to have home ice. A goal is scored early. And the winner of game 2, Chris Kreider in overtime! The veteran, 59 seconds in, wins it for Arizona. Chris Kreider wants that Stanley Cup. I gotta check if Kreider has a cup. I don't think he does. Shots end 33-31 for the Coyotes. No, actually, no, from St. Louis, so he does have a cup last season. He does. And we win it in overtime thanks to Chris Kreider and his veteran pedigree. A goal and 2 assists for Wyatt Johnston, a goal and assist for Johnny Gaudreau, a game-winning overtime goal from Chris Kreider, and we now lead this series 2-0. 2-0 versus 1-1 is very different. 4-3, 4-3 back-to-back wins headed over to Climate Pledge Arena with a 2-0 series lead. Let's make it 3. But the Seattle Kraken are really going to want to answer back. No goals from Desora or Sung or Keller yet. So this is a game where they're definitely going to show up. Just like the Wild did in Game 3 of their series, I'm sure. But I'd love a 3-0 series lead if possible. Let's do it. Game 3, Round 3 to take a 3-0 stranglehold. Question why the fourth line Kreider is on the ice in the first minute of overtime, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah, good point. 59 seconds in. First period, and it's 3-0 Coyotes! Bushnevich power play goal early, then gets an even strength goal not long after that. Bushnevich really wants to stay on this team, and Austin Matthews gets one with 8:02 to go and make it 3-0. Shots tied at 10. Second period, make it 5-0 Coyotes. Rantanen and then Bushnevich seals the hat trick. Hat trick Pavel Bushnevich. Can he leave? I don't know if he can leave. Hat trick for Bushnevich. Shots end 25-18, and we lead 5-0 after 40. Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Nemec makes it 6. The extra point is good. Zach Benson makes it 7. We are going to lead the Kraken 3-0. 1 win away from our second Stanley Cup in franchise history, and for the second of this series. The shutout gets spoiled by a Sean Walker shorthanded goal. Are you serious? Power play goal from Matthews, though, to answer back. And we will win Game 3. Johnny Gaudreau adds one for good measure. Johnny wants the cup! Let's go! Shots end 38-29, and we win 9-1. 9-1 at Climate Pledge Arena. 3 goals and an assist for Bushnevich. 2 goals, 2 assists from Matthews, and 28 saves from Dustin Wolf. 9-1 for the Coyotes. Wow, am I proud of this team. 18 points in 13 games from Pavel Bushnevich, who now leads the team in points. The Devils 1 game away from sweeping as well. They are very close to sweeping the Rangers. Can we sweep the Kraken? Have we ever had a sweep? 1. We've only swept 1 series. Round 1 against the Canucks last year was our only sweep so far. Can we get another right here? Game 4 of the Western Conference Final to punch our ticket to the Stanley Cup Final. Like I said, Desora, Data, they're going to wake up. But we got to keep doing our thing after a 9-goal game. Just give me 4 or 5, all right? Just give me 4 or 5. Here we go to clinch it. First period, 1-0 Kraken. There's Jenna Desora. She's not going to go gentle. I know she won't. Shots end 11-6 after 20. Second period, then it's 2-1. Jenna Desora on the power play. There's her second. Then Wu Mei answers back. The women getting involved. Love to see that. Shots are 27-17 in our favor, but we're down by 1 here in the third period as the Kraken are hanging on to force Game 5, but we want to end it in 4. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go, Coyotes. 5 minutes in, no scoring, outshooting 32-22. Power play Kraken. Extended power play opportunity, giving them way too much. We kill it off. Momentum back our way. 5 minutes to go, then we give them another power play. 2 minutes left. Late heroics to tie it? No. Jenna Desora wins it for the Kraken in a low-scoring affair. Shots end 34-28 for us, but we lose 2-1. As Potatoes gets a big 33-save performance. 2 goals from Desora, 2 assists from Pittis. And the Kraken have life, forcing Game 5. But now back to home ice advantage for us at Mullet Arena. Breaking our win streak as well, that's right. We had a 7-game win streak there. As the Devils do indeed sweep the New York Rangers. So the Devils versus either the Kraken or the Coyotes in the Stanley Cup Final here in 2029. Here we go for Game 5, back at home ice. Back on home ice. Let's do it. End this series, and let's answer the call that the Devils have put to us. First period, 0-0, shots 16-4, quadrupling the shots in our favor. Second period now, oh no, 3-0 Kraken. Desora, Rossi, and Sung. Power play goals from Desora and Data. Oh no. No. From up 3 games to none. No. Shots 25-14 for the Coyotes, and we're down 3-0. I don't want to... The series is not over, but definitely this game is not even over. Power play Coyotes, let's get back in it. Nope, never mind. Shots are more than double in our favor, halfway through the third period, and that'll be it for Game 5. So, after winning games... Hold on, Johnny Gaudreau. No. So, after winning games 1, 2, and 3, we lose games 4 and 5. Potatoes makes 41 saves. Of course he does. Sung scores twice. Desora a goal and an assist. And now they'll wake up magically. That 9-1 loss jolted them awake, I suppose. Do we need to change lines after being outscored? After we only scored 2 goals in 2 games there. Our lines have been incredible. But does something have to change after those 2 games? We don't want to have ourselves go to a Game 7 here. Benson's been good. Matthews 5 goals, 16 points. Okay. Ume 12 goals. Bushnevich has been crazy. Johnston 15 points. Roberto Coyle's going to change. Yeah. So who comes to the second line? Seneca, Rantanen. Edouard says don't change the lines, but maybe just Coyle, though. Yeah, it must have been because of performance. Vanacek came in for a little bit there. And Vanacek did what? Allowed 1 goal on 4 shots. Because he had 2 minutes played. Yeah, so 1 goal on 6 shots in that appearance. Does Rantanen get boosted back up to the second line? He's been really good on that third line, though. Gavin says second line for sure for Rantanen. Okay, so we'll go Rantanen second line with Bushnevich and Johnston. Seneca, Coyle, Chimera on the third. Kreider, Petrovsky, Goudreau can stay. Goudreau is 74 overall. 74 overall. 8 goals in 82 games in the season. 6 goals and 11 points in 15 games. That's crazy. Johnny Hockey, you love to see it. Goudreau, Petrovsky, Kreider. Defense, are we okay? Plus 14, plus 18, plus 9, plus 12, plus 2 and 0. So the third pair has been struggling a little bit. Wolf 9, 12. I want to move Goudreau up. Yeah, I'd be thinking about it. But who would move down? Seneca looks fine. 13 points and a plus 4. Chimera, yeah, 4 points plus 1. Maybe Hector Chimera goes down. Are those too many changes, or... Seneca, Coyle, Goudreau? Chimera, Petrovsky, Kreider. Are we okay with... Should we make only the Rantanen change, or the Rantanen and the Goudreau change? As I grab a little sip of water here. Mark gave the suggestion and says perfect. Hobbsy says I'm good with it. Okay. Rantanen and Goudreau, perfect. All right, there we go. Let's move into Game 6 now. Back on home ice. We couldn't close it in Game 4. Oh, sorry, no. Now we're back in Seattle. My apologies. We couldn't close it in Game 4 in Seattle, nor could we close it in Game 5 at home. So now Game 6 back in Seattle. Do not let this series go to 7. We're already having to play more than the Devils. They're getting their rest. End it here. We won 3 in a row. We know we're the better team. We know that we have the I don't know, more, I hate always saying passion. I love saying passion. I don't know, more desire. Sure, let's get me to open up the thesaurus for me. We have a deeper desire. We have more at stake. Let's go out there and win this Game 6 to end the series and move to the Stanley Cup Final. Game 6 in Seattle. First period, and it's 1-0 Wume on the power play. Thank you. That's 1. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go with a 1-0 Coyotes lead. Second period, hold on, Kraken power play. Matthew Poitka ties it on the power play. Hold on, power play for us now, halfway through this game. All right, let's see in the second period, and it ends 1-1. Shot tied at 23, score tied at 1. We win this period, we go to the Stanley Cup Final. The Kraken win this period, we go to Game 7. Oh my goodness. And May's goal is a power play goal, right? Yeah, both goals in this game are a power play. Top 6, 5-on-5 scoring. Where are you? Let's go. Third and final period of Game 6. Power play Coyotes, 5-on-3. Mikko Rantanen makes it 2-1. Let's go, power play Kraken. Lost power play for us now, and it's Wume saying thank you very much. 2-goal lead, but Poitka scores his second. 1-goal game, but then Roberto Coyle down the third line, but then Jenna Desora makes it a 1-goal game once again. 6 minutes to go. Roberto Coyle with his second. 5-3 Coyotes, 2-goal lead. Final minute 21, 27, 1 second left. Kaylor Gale adds the empty netter, and the Coyotes win 6-3. Oh, what a roller coaster third period, ladies and gentlemen. How can't you love the game of hockey? Mikko Rantanen and Wume on the power play. Poitras comes back. Coyle answers. Desora 28 seconds later. A minute and a half after, Roberto Coyle scores his second. And then Cahill adds the empty net shots and 43-31. And with a 6-3 effort, we eliminate the Kraken in 6. A 7-goal third period, 5 from us. Roberto Coyle with 2 goals and an assist down on that third line. Thank you, AGMs, for the line changes. Wume with 2 goals of her own as third-star honors. And for the second time in franchise history, the second time in 6 years with the Coyotes, and the second time in the last 4 seasons, we are off to the Stanley Cup Final to face the New Jersey Devils now. Oh, wow. Whoo! Gotta breathe after that one. Let's check out the point scores. After round number 3, through 3 rounds, Wume still close to goal per game. So Wume now has 28 goals in the last 26 playoff games. What a unhuman, I don't know what the word we want to be is, effort. Extraterrestrial effort. Wow, Wume, 14 goals and 21 points in 16 games with a plus 15. Bushnevich, 18. Benson, 18. Shady, 17 with a plus 17. Matthews, 16 points, only a plus 3, though. Johnson, 16 and 16. Rantanen, 15 points and 2 game-winning goals. We'll call it inhuman. Beckett Seneca, 15 and 16, looking very good at 23 years of age here. Kaylor Cahill, 14 and 16, thank you very much. Johnny Gaudreau, 13 points, the captain for the time being. The captain, Johnny Gaudreau. He's made it to his first career Stanley Cup Final. His first, unless the Ducks maybe made it in 2024, but I know they didn't win the Cup. Man, what an effort Gaudreau had in 2024. 28 points in 21 games. Wow. Who won the Cup that year? Who did the Ducks lose to? Wow. And then, who else? Roberto Coyle, 5 goals, 10 points. 3 of his 5 goals have been game winners. That's crazy. It's a plus 11. Byram, 10 points, plus 13. Nemec, 6 points, plus 12. Kreider, 5 points, plus 3. Chimera, 4 points, even plus minus. Okay. Petrovsky, 4. And Bichelle, plus 2 in 10 games. Tuzolino, 1 assist, plus 4. Great. And Dustin Wolf, 12 and 4 with a .912 save percentage with 2.69 goals against average. Wow. What have the Devils done, by the way? Just want to see. Who did they lose to that year in 2024? So the Devils beat the Leafs in 7, the Senators in 6, and then swept, the Rangers in 4. Let's see who's in their lineup. Give me a quick sec here. I just want to see who won the Stanley Cup back in year number 1 when the Ducks lost. I have it right here. Just let me pull it up. The Ducks. Here we go. End of year 1. We didn't make the playoffs, right? April. Oh, wait. Here it is. Actually, the Ducks won the Cup. Oh, I didn't know that. So, in this universe, Johnny Gaudreau has a cup. But really, our goal through it all was to say, this is our last opportunity to win a Stanley Cup with Johnny Gaudreau before he's no longer in the game. This is our last series of NHL 24, and this is our last opportunity. Even if we have another series of NHL 24, he wouldn't be in it. So this is our last series of NHL 24 where Johnny Gaudreau is in the game. This is our last opportunity to win a cup with Johnny Gaudreau as a part of one of our franchises. In this universe, he got his Stanley Cup, but in a fantasy drafted universe in year 1, I'd prefer to say we got it with him, we worked for him, it was a crazy storyline associated with it. I think this cup would be a lot sweeter. Yeah, I wish you could too, Gen Z. Scroll past just year number 1. I have to go back and always dig for it. So although he's already technically won a cup in this universe, really, us winning a cup with him is what we want to do as the send-off for Johnny Gaudreau, as we will never be able to see him again in a franchise unless he's a legend ever. So, that being said, Let's go see the New Jersey Devils lines. Give me a quick sec. Okay. New Jersey Devils here in the Stanley Cup Final. Their first line, Logan Cooley, Sam Reinhart, and Michael Misa. Wow. Second line, okay. Actually, whoa. Weak bottom 9. Barabanov, 80 overall Chaz Lucius, and 82 overall Jonathan Huberdeau on the second line. This is an EA Stanley Cup Final team if I ever saw one. Sammy Blais at a 79. Protas at an 81. And Tromala at an 82 on the third line. McEwen, Luke Misa, and Corrali on the fourth line at 79, 78, and 78 respectively. So Logan Cooley has a 90 overall, has 16 points, -4. Sam Reinhart, 12 goals and 19 points. And Michael Misa, 3 goals, 15 points, -3 with the franchise potential. Johnny, of course, Huberdeau has 21 points in 17 games as an 82 overall, playing 17 minutes a game. Of course he does. On defense, it's Darnell Nurse with Olin Zellweger. P.O. Joseph with Damon Severson, who has 11 assists in 17 games. And Mason Lowry, I always forget, Lowry, with Connor Clifton. So the defense is all between 81 and 84 overall. And the offense outside of the first line is all between 78 and 84 overall. What a classic EA team. Goaltending is 91 overall, Ilya Sorokin. At least it's not a 72. Backed up by King Arthur Shilovs. Ilya Sorokin currently with a .920 save percentage and 2.76 goals against average. Okay. And any scratches here? Hendrix Lapierre is injured as an 80 overall. Also Chaika and Truba on this Devils team. Come on, we know we can beat these guys. Come on. Here we go. 2029 Stanley Cup Final. Game 1 here in Year 6. Facing off against the 43, 33, and 6 New Jersey Devils. Mason Lowray. Thank you. It all comes down to this. The only other time we made the Stanley Cup Final was against the Islanders 3 years ago. We beat them in 7. For our second cup in 4 years, our second cup in 6 years at the helm, and our second cup in franchise history. It all starts here. Game 1 of the 2029 Stanley Cup Final. How bad do you want it? Let's do it for Johnny with the C on his chest. His last season of his career, most likely. At least in the NHL. Lowry. Okay, Lowry. Oh, okay. Lowry. Mason Lowry. Okay, thank you. Let's do it for Johnny Hockey. His last chance in a franchise mode series here on the channel. Let's do it for him. First period, and it's 2-1 Devils. Wume opens up on the power play, but then Cooley and Lucius, Data 72 Hall of Famer Chaz Lucius, making it 2-1 Devils after 20 shots, 15-9 for New Jersey. Second period now, 2-2 game. Thank you, Kaylor Cahill with a shorthanded goal. Don't mind if I do. Shots are 28-21 for the Devils, and we are tied at 2 after 40. Third period action. Next goal is a big one in a low-scoring affair. 5 minutes in, it's Wume with her second. Wume, I always have to stumble over my words with how surprised I am. Woo! 2 power plays for the Devils are killed off. Power play Coyotes now back our way. And Mikko Rantanen with a power play goal. Puts us up 4-2. Thank you very much. That'll be all she wrote as we have a big victory in Game 1. 4-2 with those 2 third period goals. Shots and 38-30 for the Devils somehow. But Dustin Wolf makes 36 saves. Kinda 2020 Canadiens. Maybe, yeah. I can see that. Wume with 2 goals and an assist. She wants that Conn Smythe. Dustin Wolf makes 36 saves, and Kaylor Cahill has a goal and an assist as we win a big one, 4-2. Byram's sore shoulder, out until June 9th. That could be a little while now. We'll turn it to playable injury. I want to see. So Cahill will come up with Shady. Tuzolino up with Nemec. And Johnson will come in to play with Bichelle. Byram wasn't on the power play anyways. So, not a big deal. Just on the penalty kill, we'll put... let's put Tuzolino. Put that much on the first unit. Johnson Shady. Cahill Shady. No, Johnson Shady. Or Bichelle Shady. Yeah, so 12 days from a sore shoulder. Johnson Cahill. Let's do that. Alright, so that's not great, but I will turn the injury notifications to playable so we know when Byram comes back. Oops. I thought it was... Wait, no, rules. I just have to scroll down further, I guess. Oh, yeah, I have to scroll down further. NHL playable. Okay. Sore shoulder out till June 9th. Hugo Wallet is back in the AHL. Are they still playing down there? I forgot. Kuhlman, how you doing? I think they might have gotten eliminated. But I'll put them in anyways. Hugo Wallet. Are they eliminated? Yes, they did get eliminated by Manitoba. Okay, here we go with a 1-0 series lead. 16 goals in 17 games from Wu Mei. And a chance to make it a 2-0 series with home ice advantage here at Mullet Arena. Let's keep it rolling. Big third period in game 1. Let's do the same. Now missing Bowen Byram, though, so looking for Kaylor Cahill to step up in a big way. Let's do it. First period, and it's 1-0 Devils as Twamala gets the opener. Shots 16-6 for the Devils. Come on, Kaylor Cahill, I need you to step up here. Second period, 2-2. Twamala gets his second to tie it. Sorry, to make it 2-0. But then Rantanen on the power play. Again, Mikko Rantanen, love it. And then Zach Benson ties it. Just his second of the playoffs, I think. Shots are 29-19 for the Devils, but we're tied up at 2 after 40. Similar to last game where we pulled away 4-2. Let's do it again in the third period tonight in front of the home fans. 2-2 game. Thank you, Roberto Coyle, making it 3-2. And thank you, Wyatt Johnson. There's the 4-2 pull away as we saw last game. Power play Devils killed off halfway through the third. Will that be enough? The Devils getting a lot of shots on net. 40-26 with 5 minutes to go. Final 3 minutes. Is it enough? Wow! A carbon copy of last game. 2-2 after 2 periods, and then we score twice in the third to win 4-2. Shots end 43-29, and this is the Dustin Wolf we've been waiting for. He's been good, but this is the one we've been waiting for. Dustin Wolf, after showing us performances... Actually, excuse me, take that back. Actually, hold on, give me a sec. Gotta plug in the computer to charge. Give me a sec here. What I was trying to say was Dustin Wolf showing good performances, but now these are the performances that win us games. If we had anybody else in there facing 40-plus shots and they allow 4 goals, then it's a very different game. So Dustin Wolf makes 41 saves, Nemec 2 assists, and Benson a goal and an assist as we win Game 2 by a score of 4-2 and now have won both games at home, taking a 2-0 series lead to New Jersey over to Prudential Center. All right, going up 3-0 would be incredible. I've always wondered why Answer has a W in it. And I don't know. Great question. Whew. For Game 3, I'd prefer not be as squeaky where it's 2-2 and then we have to score in the third period to get us our victory. I prefer more of a well-rounded effort. But let's keep on rolling. A 3-0 series lead would be huge. But again, as we saw, actually, did we win games 1 and 2 in all 3 rounds? Game 3, the team with now... Actually, no, but we had home ice. Whatever. They have home ice. They're going to want to answer back, and they're going to want to put an effort in front of their home fans. First period, and it's 1-1 after 20. Bushnevich opens up the scoring. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little while since you were leading the team in points. Then Darnell Nurse with 38 seconds left in the period ties it at 1. Shots 10-9 Devils after 20. Second period, and it's still a 1-1 tie, excuse me. Shots are 23-16 in our favor. So 3 games in a row that after 2 periods we are tied. It will once again come down to the third period. If we win this period, we go up 3-0 and 1 win away from the cup. If the Devils win this period, it's a 2-1 series and suddenly a very different outlook. Here we go, third period action. Who will be the hero on either side? Someone's got to score, and who's it going to be? Power play Coyotes! Killed off by the Devils. Power play again, though. Come on, Coyotes. 6 minutes to go. Will we see overtime with 4 minutes left in regulation? Final minute, power play Devils! Ooh, did we fully kill that off? Did we fully kill that off? Yes, we did. Woo! Shots end 40-27 for the Coyotes. Do we hop in? With the understanding that a goal for us puts us up 3-0 and a goal for the Devils makes it 2-1, do we hop in now or do we wait until it is a cup-clinching game? What do you think? While I grab another sip here. I need a lot of water tonight. Gen Z says no. Mark says wait. Gavin says let's hop in. Wait for clinching, says Landon. All right, the votes seem to be not so much in the favor. Although it could be fun, it seems as though the sim is working better for us, and hopefully that will continue to be the case. So we'll wait till it's a series clinching or a cup clinching game for either side. Shots 40-27. I'm standing. I'm on my feet. We've had good luck not hopping in. All right, I'm on my feet. Here we go. Overtime in Game 3. A goal for us puts us 1 win away. Overtime. Power play early. Come on. Oh, killed off by the Devils. Momentum in New Jersey's favor. Let's go. I'm bouncing. Goal scored. Goal scored. Yes. Woo May. Woo. Woo May wins it in overtime. The Coyotes win 2-1. Shots ending 45-31. And we are now just 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. Woo! Woo May, who else but Woo? Who else but you? Who else but Woo? Shots end 45-31. What a victory. Sorokin makes 43 saves, but not enough. 30 saves from Dustin Wolf. Now, yeah, the Devils have Sorokin. We saw that at the beginning. And Woo May with the game winner. All 3 games decided by 1 goal. Way too close for my liking. Yeah, Woo May, first ballot Data 72 Hall of Famer, I would think. Will she win the Conn Smythe if we win the Cup? I wonder. So, give me a second here. Hold on. Speech time. Speech time. Okay, here we go. Speech time. Let's go to head into the locker room. All right, you desert dogs. Here we go. 1 win away. When we took over this team, I'm looking at you, Austin. I'm looking at you. Who else has been here the whole time? No one. Bo Byram, who's injured. Shady has been here the whole time, correct? Yes? Yes. So I'm looking at Matthews. I'm looking at Shady. I'm looking at Nemec. I'm looking at Bichelle, but he hasn't always been up here. Tuzlino was drafted. Okay, so I'm looking at a few players. Just a few. When we took over this team, when we reset this league, when the league was reset by Roenick and Doan and everybody else, we said that we were not leaving the great state of Arizona. We made a pact and said we're not leaving. 5 years, we win what? 2 President's Trophies? A Stanley Cup? We made a name for ourselves here in the desert. And we put the league on notice. Do not underestimate the Coyotes ever again. But can we call ourselves a dynasty? Can we say the job is truly done to say this Coyotes team will be respected for all time? Is a second cup enough to say that forever? Probably not. I'd love a third in the future too. But 2 cups in 6 years since taking over, and 2 cups in a 4-year span, I think that goes a long way. On top of that, Woo May deserves another cup and a Conn Smythe with the way things have been going. Wyatt Johnson, who came in here, deserves to see a Stanley Cup. Beckett Seneca. That's why a dynasty's not 2 cups in 4 years. I'm saying we got to start moving towards that dynasty title. 2 cups. If we get 2 cups in 6 years and then a 3rd cup in 11 years, that's not enough. 2 and 4 would be great, and then 3 and 5 or 3 and 6, even 3 and 7, I think would. I don't know. That's for a question for another day. Let's get 2 and 4 first, and then we'll worry about the 3rd. Beckett Seneca, sophomore year, you deserve it. Roberto Coyle, rookie season, keep fighting for it. Chris Kreider, 38 years of age, get another ring before you call it a career. On defense, Shady, Cahill wants back-to-back rings. Nemec wants another ring here. Tuzolino, you've been a great story from a 5th-round pick. Dustin Wolf, who we picked up. And did he win the 2027 Cup? Yes, he did. He wants his 2nd ring here in Arizona. Sorry, 2026 Cup. But most of all, above everything, Johnny Gaudreau needs that Stanley Cup. For the last chance that he can ever win a Stanley Cup in a Data 782 series, From NHL 18 to NHL 25, I don't believe we've ever won a Stanley Cup with Johnny Gaudreau as a part of our team. The last chance before he likely retires. This is the very last season of the very last game. Johnny Gaudreau deserves your effort. Johnny Gaudreau deserves your everything to get him the Stanley Cup. Sorry, Landon, I missed your comment. I gotta get my computer. It was charging. Go out there, and if for nothing else, do it for Johnny. Do it for Johnny. I'll get my computer, then we'll do game 4. Yes, Gaudreau is captain. Thank you. Landon saying, can I suggest Gaudreau and Buchnevich swapping? I don't know. Do we like that? Do it for Johnny Hockey. And everything he's done for the game, get him that last cup that he has earned. Buchnevich does have 20 points and is a plus 10. Gaudreau, as good as he's been, we got to be honest, he has 2-star defense and 2.5-star skating, a half-star physical. I think third line is already asking a lot from him at 74 overall, 35 years old. So Byram will not play. Let me replace the alternate captaincy, just in case for the group picture, right? So I'll replace Byram and give it back to Rantanen for the time being. But Gaudreau, yes, wearing the C on his chest. Number 13. To win it on the road in New Jersey at Prudential Center. To sweep the Devils and win our second cup. I've done enough rambling on. Let's put our skates on the ice and get it done. Game 4, 2029 Stanley Cup Final. The stage is yours. First period, 0-0 after 20. But how about that for an effort? They heard the speech. Shot 17-3 for the Coyotes after 20 minutes. I'm going to put the controller down now. Here we go. Devils get their first goal of this one. Michael Misa. But then Leon Bichelle, of all people, he heard the speech and he is fired up. 1-1 game as Bichelle ties it. Shots are more than 5 times more in our favor. Power play Devils, and there's a Logan Cooley power play goal. Misa and Cooley, their first goals of the series. 5 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 26-8, and we're down 2-1. All right. Second period ends, shots 27-10. 2-1 Devils, third period action. We need a goal to tie it. Yes, Stanley Cup Final. Welcome, Mighty Joe. What a time, what a time. Third period action. I know, maybe you want to win it back at home, but I'd love to get it done here. Let's go. We're 1 goal away. It's not out of reach. Power play Devils, why are you taking these penalties, boys? Let's go. Thank you. 5 minutes in. Who's going to be the one to tie it? And Chaz, 3-on-16. Come on, Dustin. Power play Coyotes. There you go. Thank you, Mikko Rantanen. We're back in it. 3-2 game. 7:45 to go. Shots 33-16. More than double. It's data the speed demon. Minute 45. Tie it up late. And the Devils avoid the sweep. But you know what? It's going to be sweet to win back at home. I'm already saying it. Mark Messier, the guarantee. I'm already saying it. It'll be sweet to win back at home in Arizona with Johnny Gaudreau in front of the home fans. We lose 3-2. It wasn't meant to be. It's okay. And Byram is back to healthy. Okay, let's get him in here. Bichelle looked good, though. I'm sad to take him out. Oh, no, it's Johnson who's going to come out. Johnson comes out. Bowen Byram. It's a playable injury, though, so we're going to keep him on the third pair. I don't want to injure him again in case we need him for one more game. And the defense has been doing okay. So Byram will play third pair. And I will also give him back his alternate captaincy. There you go. That's why you don't want to play with morale on. They'd all be demanding trades for all these captaincy changes. June 5th, 2029, a day in history. Game 5 of the 2029 Stanley Cup Final. To finish the Devils off in 5 and achieve that Stanley Cup for Johnny Gaudreau, giving us our second cup in franchise history. Here we go. This is the one that matters. First shot of the game, Wu Mei is ready for it tonight. Wu Mei is ready. First shot of the game goes in, then Lucius scores back for the Devils. Shots 15-11 for New Jersey after 20, and we are tied at 1. Second period action now. I'm going to put controller down again. Controller down again here in the second period. It's Pavel Buchnevich, 2-1 Coyotes. Let's go halfway through the second. I'd love to see a 2-goal lead here. Give me a third. Let's go top 6 scoring. Austin Matthews, you still out there? Cuckoo, you still out there, buddy? 2 minutes to go. 30 seconds, and we're headed into the third period with a 1-goal lead. Shots are 24-20 for the Devils. And we lead by 1 with a chance to win the cup here on home ice. I forget, did we win our last cup in front of the home fans? I believe we did. In Game 7? Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think we did against the Islanders. Third period. Win this period. Win the cup. Let's go. The speed, I guess so, eh? I had to channel it. Logan Cooley ties this game at 2 with 12 minutes to go. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. There you go. Austin Matthews down to ×4 speed now. Austin Matthews shows up. Mikko Rantanen makes it 4-2. Will that be enough? With a late surge from the top line. 3 minutes left. Final 2 minutes. 90 seconds. 90 seconds to go. It's not over yet. But we're hopping in now. 90 seconds to go. Do we wear different jerseys? Do we wear the home Jets jerseys? No, not the Jets jerseys. Do we wear the classic Coyotes jerseys? Or just wear the jerseys? No. Oh, we could wear these. 16-17 alternate. There's a lot of choices. Or just wear the home. I just want to see what jersey do we see Johnny Gaudreau raise that cup in. We'll just wear. Okay, we'll just wear the home jerseys. Sorry, and lock on to coach. So many crazy jerseys though. Okay, here we go. 2-goal lead with 90 seconds left. Austin Matthews with the go-ahead goal, and Mikko Rantanen makes it just gives us an extra little cushion.
Well, for those of you just joining us, better late than never here in the late.
Here we go at Mullet Arena with a minute 33 to go. Let everybody know in the Discord server if they haven't already. Matthews over to Benson. Benson, one-timer's broken up. Here's Zellweger. Back into his own zone with a minute 20 to go. Zellweger up to Cooley. Hit along the boards, can't get by. Shady puts us back in. Misa over to Cooley into Arizona territory. Cooley on net, big save there from Wolf. Devils pulling their goalie with a minute 09 left now. Here comes the charge the other way. Shady, give away to Lucius. Lucius to Nurse. Oh, big save, Dustin Wolf. Wow, big save in tight from Dustin Wolf. The Stanley Cup getting taken out of its case. Goalie pulled for the Devils. Down by 2. 6 on 5. Defensive zone face-off, 1 back. Johnson taking it out of the territory. Good. Put that on net, baby. Come on, we always have to get EA'd by allowing an empty net goal. Can we now score an empty net goal? Tuzolino misses the net because his skate didn't enter the blue line, so his brain doesn't know that the puck has to go on the net. Broken up by Bushnevich. There you go again. Didn't pass the blue line, so automatically the puck is not allowed to go in the net. Of course, that makes sense. Huberdeau to Henrik Lapierre. Lapierre hit off the puck. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Let's get line 3 out there. Line 3. Could Johnson end it this time? Little Deke. Nope, no problem. Poitras, 23 seconds. I'm bouncing in my chair. Let's go. Back at Seneca. There's Johnny. Come on, Johnny Hockey. I love an empty net goal from Johnny. But no goal is okay, too. Protas. Along the board. Pinned. Coyle with it. Come on, get it up to Johnny. Protas. Ooh, shot that goes wide. 5 seconds left. Here comes Seneca. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2029 Stanley Cup champions, the Arizona Coyotes, do it again! For the 2nd time in franchise history, and the 6th time in the 6th year of the GM data era. We are not leaving, and this is why. Look at Coyle's hair. That's crazy. Look at the flow on Roberto Coyle. We're not leaving. The 2-time Stanley Cup champion Coyotes win it. Conn Smythe got to go to Wu Mei. Yes, it does. Wu Mei. 30 points from Wu. 18 goals. Certified beautician. For Johnny. We do it for Johnny. Get your screenshots ready. We do it for Johnny. I gotta put this in the subreddit. Woo! Everyone on your feet. Everyone. I'm on my feet. Everybody get on your feet. All rise and remove your caps. As we win it for Johnny Gaudreau, the goal of this series, that became the goal of this series. There he is, Johnny Gaudreau, receiving the cup from Gary Bettman. as the captain, number 13, in front of the home fans, Johnny Gaudreau raises Lord Stanley. Taking a bunch of screenshots here. Wow, this is beautiful. We did it. We did it! We did it. Look at him. We did it. Just want to take it in for a second. We did it for Johnny. Oh, we did it for Johnny. We did it for Johnny, guys. Let's give it next to Buchnevich. He had a crazy postseason. Let's give it to Buchnevich. Why not? Pavel Buchnevich, take it next from Johnny. What a beautiful sight. Back down now. Buchnevich gets a little bit of a run with it. Next, Mark says give it to Wu. Alright, Wu Mei can take it next. And the rookie Coyle gets it. Let me know who you want to get it last. Wu Mei raises the cup. Conn Smythe and two-time cup winner now. Florida left her for dead. A healthy scratch. And we will say thank you very much. Next up, Coyle, Chimera, Rantanen, Byram, Wolf. I think Byram raised it the first time. Benson hasn't raised it, I don't think, yet. Coyle will get other chances, I'm sure. I'm going to go Benson. Benson has been a big piece of our top six for a few years, and a Floridian with Wu Mei who came from the Panthers. Zach Benson gets to raise the Stanley Cup at home as well. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you definitely got to do it this time. Get out your cameras, get ready for the screenshots, gather around, and snap a picture. I promise you that this time, above all other times, it will last a lifetime. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny. Yes, we did it for Johnny! We did it for Johnny! Wow, 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 wow. What a feeling. Stanley Cup champions. It does hit a bit different this time. It really does. It'll last a lifetime, my friends. It will last a lifetime. Johnny Gaudreau gets his name on Lord Stanley. Gaudreau, Benson, Bichelle, Buchnevich, Byram, Cahill, Chimera, Coyle, Douglas, Urson, somehow, Johnson, Johnston, Kreider, Matthews, May, Nemec, Petrovsky, Rantanen, Seneca, Shady, Tuzolino, Vanacek, and Wolf. Shots end 34-30. What a big Game 5 effort as the Coyotes win the Cup in Game 5 at home. What a beautiful, beautiful ending. I don't know when this series is ending, but if we do, I think 2 cups and doing one for Johnny would be a good place to... No matter when we end it, whether it's now or in 5 years, I think we can say that we're content. Wow. So Wu Mei, a very well-deserved Conn Smythe trophy with 30 points in 21 games, 18 goals, 4 game winners, incredible. Zach Benson, 26 points, a quiet 26 points, 3 goals only. Wow. Buchnevich, point per game, 21 points from Buchnevich, who doesn't want to leave Arizona, I don't think. Rantanen scores 12 goals and 20 points as well. Johnson, 20 points. Matthews, 19 points in 18 games. Yeah, 25 is broken, so we'll keep on going for a little bit more. Cahill and Shady both score 17 points. Great. Beckett Seneca with 16. Gaudreau, 13 points to win the Stanley Cup. Even if he doesn't retire, he's not an NHL player anymore. So in our minds, this was the last season of his NHL career, because I doubt anyone's even signing him to play in the NHL. It would be a fitting way to end it, but I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more, especially since 25 is no good. Coyle had 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points, 4 game winners. Byram, 10 points and a plus 14 in 18 games. Nemec, 10 points, plus 18. Kreider, 5 points in 21 games. Chris Kreider adding that veteran presence and getting another Stanley Cup ring. Why not? Chimera didn't do anything for a long time. Just 4 points since like round 1, but we'll take it. Petrovsky also didn't budge from 4 points for a long time, but okay. Bichelle, 2 points and a plus 4 in 15 games. I'm glad he came in over Ryan Johnson. And Tuzolino, 1 assist, plus 6 in 21 games. Goaltenders, Dustin Wolf really showed up. 16-5 with a .918 save percentage and 2.54 goals against average. He will continue on as our starter with Voynov coming up. Hey, Hobbsy, 13 points for number 13 in his last hurrah. Things work in funny ways. I didn't even realize that. 13 points for number 13. Let me take a screenshot of that as well. 13 points from number 13. I'm going to put that in the subreddit sometime tomorrow. Wow, wow, wow. Poetic. Truly poetic. My friends, I tell you, it will last a lifetime. Okay, so now let's start simming towards the draft. Coyotes win the Cup, and we lose in the AHL to the eventual Calder Cup champion Manitoba Moose. Let's look at the awards. Let's get a quick idea of the offseason plan, and then let's call it an episode, because I got to keep editing the career sim for tomorrow. The Coyotes win the Stanley Cup. President's Trophy to the Blues. Campbell to the Coyotes as well, of course. Individual awards. Connor Bedard wins the Art Ross. The Hart goes to Randy Ho, one of the created players. That's the first Hart Trophy to one of the created players, so congrats to Randy Ho. James Norris goes to King Kristoff, so some big hardware to created players. Yeah, no created players won the Art Ross. So Randy Ho, the first created player to win the Hart. King Kristoff, the first created player to win the James Norris. Lady Byng to Panarin. Benson won it last year. Calder to Roberto Coyle. There you go. Roberto Coyle wins the Calder Trophy, doing so with the Coyotes. Love that. Boumet wins the Conn Smythe. Love it. Vezina to Devin Levi. Jennings to the Criminal. Masterton to Siegenthaler. Oh, Kirill Bang won it. Thank you. Kirill Bang won the James Norris. Sorry, I forgot about that. Thank you. Masterton to Siegenthaler. Jack Adams to the coach of the Senators. Selke to Doggy. Wow! The playmaker. Doggy wins the Selke. And the Ted Lindsay goes to Randy Ho as well, as Maurice Richard goes to Connor Bedard. Pittis won it back in year 2. Or year 3, I think. Yeah, year 3. And in the AHL, anything for Tucson? Yes. Sikora won the equivalent of the Hart. And Kuhlman won the equivalent of the Calder. And Griffin won the equivalent of the Norris. Wow. As Fleury's still playing down there. And even Joe Pavelski? What? Pavelski and Fleury still down in the AHL in 2029. Wow. What a year. What a year as we sim towards the draft now. Will Johnny Gaudreau call it a career, I wonder? So Nashville jumps 2-1, Colorado 4-2, Anaheim drops 1-3. Central Scouting. Player retirement. Anyone retiring here? Yes, Johnny Gaudreau goes out a Stanley Cup champion. Isn't that poetic? Is that not poetic? As Johnny Gaudreau retires at the age of 35, winning the Stanley Cup with 1,027 points in his career, 1,175 games played. Take a screenshot of that too. Taylor Hall retires. Pavelski at 44. Malkin at 42. Ovechkin at 43. Nelson, Schwartz. Goaltenders, does Fleury retire? Not even. Bobrovsky, Lehner, Grubauer, Allen, Kemper, Murray, they all retire. But in Arizona, it's just Gaudreau who retires, yes. Wow. And then the last chance. Good thing we did it this year. Our last chance to do it. Wow. Ovechkin now a coach. Keep that in mind. Ovechkin now a coach. And coach retirement. Nobody in our organization. No. Very good. Draft interviews. Do we want to do any draft interviews? Let's check this out quickly. Hugo Beaupré. Jonathan Schremp, franchise playmaker, going number 1. Anybody in the late 20s? Do we add an additional spot in the Data 72 Hall of Fame for Johnny? Like, no vote, he's just there? I would be down to vote for if that should happen. Not vote to get him in, but vote for if we should do that. I'd be down to discuss that, yeah. So we'll pick at the end of the first round. Let's just get a little bit of information on Ray Andrews. That'll be the only thing that I want. I forgot that the conversation is different here. Wait, is this a patch? Was it always like this? Or did it used to always been a conversation to the left? Yeah, we'll ask the Discord. Oh, it's Beaupré? Oh, I didn't see the accent. The accent aigu. Excusez-moi. Je pensais que c'était Beaupré. Je m'avais dit... j'ai dit à moi-même Beaupré. J'ai jamais entendu ça. Mais Beaupré, excusez-moi. So, playstyle. Playstyle, yeah. I would love to check. Okay, can you tell me about your playstyle, please? Maybe just I never do them on NHL 24, so I forgot how they looked. I don't know. Offensive defenders, okay. So why would I ask him the same question? Why does it allow me to do that? NHL readiness. Ray Andrews. He's ready now. So an NHL ready defenseman at the end of the first round. I am ready to get hurt again. So probably we're going to pass on him. And then we'll look at skills. Why not? I'm not but Beaupré is even better. Beaupré. Beaupré. Salut, Monsieur Beaupré. Skating is his strength. Okay. Ray Andrews, thank you. NHL ready offensive defenseman. Interesting. Only one bar uncovered medium top 6. 54 points in the AHL. Excuse me, in the QMJHL. No, OHL. NHL ready, though. I wonder for Ray Andrews. I wonder. So, we'll let the scouting continue as we continue towards the draft. Blah, 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 and here we are. Okay, so the off-season plan, ladies and gentlemen. First progress reports. At the end of year number 6, how are things looking? Matthews, 96. Johnson, 89. Woo! Rantanen, 96. May, 89. Cahill, 85. Benson, 90. Shady, 92. Kreider will be gone. Coyle, 81. Susanino, 83. Gabriel Fortier. In the system, Peluso 75 overall now. Brophy 72. Actually, maybe start by overall. So Manlow's an 81. Voinov's an 80. Griffin's a 78. Kuhlman's a 78. So next season, guaranteed, Manlow, Voinov, Griffin, and Kuhlman, 4 players joining the NHL team. Even Novotny would be a question mark. Even Sikora had a great season too, if he gets a look in the preseason maybe. Valiquette up to a 76. He'll be ready in a couple of years. Peluso, like we said, ready in a couple of years. Ouellet up to a 73, ready in maybe 3 years or something. Marvin Smoskowski. Yeah. Artem Kuhlman, big year from him. Lots of growth. Very good. So there's the growth. So now looking at our contracts, if we look at who's in our organization. First, who's expiring. So what kind of money will we have to play with? We will have $2.97 million to play with and very little to do, thankfully. So $2.97 to play with. Fortier, Johnson, Kreider, Douglas. Probably all these guys walk. I don't think we have anyone to really resign. I think all those guys walk. Unsigned players, Manlow gets his contract. And that's about it. So we pretty much have nothing to do. So in the forwards next season, as of now, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These 2 out. So really, 11, 12 would be Douglas. No, Douglas is not there. So 11, 12 would be Manlow and Kuhlman. But I want those guys to be like, Manlow is definitely in the top 9. So if the top 6, if we want to keep Bushnevich in the top 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably Chimera needs to be traded. As good as he is, we got to trade his good value. The third line would be Seneca, Coyle, and Manlow. And the fourth line would be Kuhlman, Petrovsky, and fill in the blank. But I don't really like Petrovsky being on the fourth line. I'd like him to play third line. Not Petrovsky, Novotny, if he were to come up. I don't know. Sorry, Kuhlman. If Kuhlman were to come up, I don't want him playing on the fourth line. So I'd prefer Bushnevich gone, Seneca up, third line, Coyle, Manlow, and Kuhlman. But I don't know if we can excuse trading Pavel Bushnevich. But yeah, Becca Seneca does need to move up too. It's a tough call to make. But if we were to trade Bushnevich and Chimera, that would be a very large deal of trade value. Over on defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but Johnson out, so 6 is Bichelle, and we want Stephen Griffin to join the team. So if Griffin plays third pair with, let's say, Tuzolino, 1, 2, 3, 4, third pair Tuzolino and Griffin, 7th defenseman Bichelle, that works fine. And goaltending, it'll be Wolf backed up by Voinov. Yeah, no problem there. So it's actually not the hardest offseason plan. I don't think it's the hardest offseason plan. The biggest question mark is what we do with Pavel Bushnevich, that middle 6 kind of thing. I really don't want to trade him, but he's just been so good. But with his age, he seems to be the odd man out. He's just been so good, especially in the playoffs, coming off of a 21-point postseason. He's been great in the playoffs with us. 5-10, okay. 33-27 to win the cup. 4-6, 11-10, and 21-21 to win the cup. He's been really good in the playoffs. But will he continue to be as good as he turns 35? And is still getting paid 4 more years of 8.175. Now's the time to trade him while he has the most value and a team would be interested in him before he has 2 or 3 years left and he's not as valuable and no team would want him. You see what I'm saying? Plus, we got to free up that money eventually because, yeah, big money coming for Shady, Johnson, and Wu Mei in the 2030 off-season, right? Even Nemec. Yeah, that's going to be very, very difficult to give all these players. Yeah, okay. So that's what I'm thinking right now. That's the contract situation. Now the draft situation. And by the way, just the pending free agents for fun, but I doubt we're really looking at anybody. Pending UFA forwards. Eriksson, Ek, Hoglander, Konechny, Garland, Doc, Marchment, Lundell, Crosby at 41, Jarvis, Roslovic, Rossi, blah, 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 blah. On defense, Fox, Slavin, Lindgren, Sandin, Romanov, Middleton, Gooley, D'Angelo, Ferrari, McMillan, blah, blah, blah. And goalies, Thompson, Samsonov, blah, 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 blah. Those are the pending free agents. Now, on the draft board, last thing to look up before we call it an episode, on the draft board, we have last pick in the first round, last pick in the second round, mid-third, last pick in the third, fourth, fifth, and then an early seventh. So we're not, we're picking at 32, then we're picking at, 64? So we're not looking to do too much unless we're using big value to trade up, but if we get another big name prospect, that just further muddies the water and makes it even more difficult to make our decisions with the lineup right now. That's the problem. So we'll see if any teams are interested in even trading their pick. But Bruce Rammer. This guy, Bruce Rammer. A lot of medium top sixes, blah, blah, blah. At 32, we could take Lucas Martindale, 2 bars medium elite, 2 years away. Ulf Christensen, probably more likely, 3 years away, guaranteed medium top 6 forward. Or Wyatt Clymer, also medium top 6 guaranteed forward at 17. Both 17, actually. Another medium top 6 here, and Jordan Kern. 3 years away, similar to Zuccarello. Medium top 4, Ludvig Pettersson. 2 years away. Ooh, medium elite, Lionel Boyle. It might be Boyle, actually, unless we trade down. Similar to Jean Beliveau, wow. But he's 19, a 19-year-old, but who's medium elite. And is 3 years away. That's very interesting. I think Boyle's my guy. Do we trade down, though? I wonder. Medium top 6, and Eriksson, 4 years away. Sorting by potential. No other medium elites that we have unlocked fully. 1 low elite. Lynch at 157. A few medium top 6s here. Good. A few medium top 6s. Nice. At 148 especially. Low top 6s at 305. Great. Medium top 4D. Okay. Low top 4Ds. We could look at those guys later on. Yes. And that's about it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that does it. Maybe we could look at the record book to close off the episode, but that does it for year number 6 complete. Looking at the Coyotes records now. Any other records been broken? Dustin Wolf has the all-time Coyotes record for most wins at 142. But no other records, no other Shane Doan records have been broken just yet. Single season, Zach Benson most assists and Dustin Wolf most wins. Rookie records, none. And single game records, none. Okay. All right, wow. Hard to end off an episode like that. That was an incredible one. That goes down in channel history as one of my favorite episodes. We get Johnny Gaudreau his cup. What a beautiful, beautiful story. Now for the off-season story, the off-season plan, I should say, which will likely be executed next Monday. So probably December 16th, most likely. Keep an eye on the Discord server for the schedule. Likely December 16th, Monday night. What are we doing for this off-season to stay competitive and try to win another Stanley Cup? Let's make it back-to-back, and let's make it 3 in what? Would it be 3 in 5 years? Let's try and do that. What are your ideas for this off-season? Leave your thoughts in the comments down here in the YouTube comments or over in the Discord server. Link in the description as always. We'll talk more there. Be an on-call AGM. Subscribe, of course, to not miss out on all of our series. We have a new career sim coming out tomorrow. Expos on Thursday. We have the NHL 07 Dynasty Thrashers franchise coming out on either Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure which one just yet. Most likely Saturday, though, if I had to guess. A lot of uploads coming your way, and you don't want to miss them, so subscribe and hit that bell. Leave a like if you enjoyed on one of the best episodes in a long time. And I thank you so very much for being here for a fun run. See you, everyone. Good night. Stay safe with some freezing rain out there if you're in Montreal. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really enjoyed it. Stay well, get some sleep, stay hydrated. Much love. We're not leaving. We're not done yet, and especially since NHL 25 is not great, we're going to keep doing a bit more NHL 24, but the series is just about done. Getting one more cup would go a very long way. What's the best way to do it? I look forward to reading your thoughts. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Have yourselves a great night, and we did it for Johnny.